music. Well, hello, welcome to episode 2 of the Skinsaw murders. Previously on, the party was started investigating the gruesome murder at the sawmill. Which actually we can't see on our wallpaper, it's just here. So, investigated a gruesome murder there, and then following some leads, headed out to the sanatorium, where they got to investigate, question the one survivor of the murder so far, who wasn't in too good a state and went a bit loopy and tried to kill Arena, saying that his lordship wanted her to join the pack. And at that point, they sort of defeated him quite quickly. And then all of a sudden, for no apparent reason that they have yet to discern, a bunch of zombies poured out from the basement and attacked them. And that's where we left it mid-fight. So just waiting for the rest of the party to join in. We've got 4 of them in. I think Dondrad's connected, so very shortly we'll be able to get going. But in the meantime, we'll just give Dondrad a chance to connect. And looks like Bert and Schnookums aren't around, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, welcome once again. Where's Bert and Schnookums? I'll just wait for Dondrad to actually appear and we can get going.
Slightly done.
It cut out halfway through the word dodgy, so I find that highly ironic.
I don't know. The internet's been weird as hell lately, and I'm getting feedback from the FX thing.
Right.
No, it's Rannick and Arena.
Oh.
FX is always broadcasting, but he doesn't have a mic, so he can't pick anything up. And it looks like Goodfellas trying to talk, but you can't hear him.
No, I wasn't trying to talk at all.
Oh, it's okay. It's just the green circle was around you. That's absolutely fine. In the meantime,
now that you brought it up, I got a lot to say. No, I don't.
In the meantime, let's see if the sound effects are working today.
You just enjoy playing that scream, don't you?
Well, there we go. So, as you remember, you're mid-fight. You defeated the zombies, but the naughty individual vanished in front of your very eyes.
The necromancer dude.
We lost the map.
Yeah. Want the map back, please? Thank you.
You have some fun there. Obviously, I found some interesting omissions in the in this adventure, which I have fixed, and hopefully the update did push out today for everyone in Joe Public. But I sort of realised there was a whole map missing and a couple of encounters, and I've tweaked stuff. You haven't got there yet, but at the same time, this map vanished. But fortunately, because I had a video recording of how the last episode ended, I knew I could just look at that to find out exactly where to reposition you. So
everybody back over.
That's very useful.
It was almost seamless, in fact. Okay, so you can't see what's going on, but I've just got another Benny, so I'm very happy.
Which way did they disappear? Because I can't remember.
They were in there and they vanished. Speaking of bennies, Kev, you told us to remind you to give us all a benny at the start of the session because we got to interview the madman that attacked Arena without resorting to violence, and we were supposed to have a benny for that, which you didn't give us.
Yeah, that sounds very plausible.
Isn't it?
I'll take your word for it. There you go.
Hooray!
Hey, good fella.
I'm
remain
shaken.
Yes.
Am I still shaken?
You are indeed.
Well, better than being stirred.
Indeed, really.
I guess I'll use a Benny to de-shake.
Be my guest. De-shake away. Okay, you unshake.
So
You can't see him, but you do know Mr. Bad Guy is in front of you, because you might not be able to see him, but I think you have hit him once. So
Does
Did
Goodfellow
the
know
room
that-
go black?
Do you know that you can detect magic as an action and therefore
that's a good
reduce the
point.
penalty
Yes.
to see invisible things?
That's what I was going to do.
Hold on. So there's something invisible in front of me. I remember that, right?
There is indeed. And
And last time I stabbed at it and I missed it with my normal weapon, but I hit it with the magic weapon.
indeed, but Tavis just remembered something quite important, and that is, because you have an arcane background, you're a fighter mage. You can we're multi-action, but you can, as an action, detect magic, which would allow you not to actually see the individual, but of course you'll see the magic emanating from him to give you a better chance to work out where he is. But it does cost you an action. The point being is you'll only be -2 to hit him for a multi-action penalty, as opposed to -4 to hit him because he's invisible.
I shall do that, and I shall thank you, Tavis and Rannick.
So just basically, in that case, you just need to press that one action button to turn it into 2 actions, and then as your first action is basically, detect magic, which is an innate ability as you're a mage, and then what you will see is a slight, well, you'll be able to sense where he is, so therefore I will turn off the fact that he's invisible, so when you can now attack him, and you'll just get your multi-action penalty instead of the invisibility penalty. I've got him targeted for you, so you should be able to swing away.
I can't. The map has taken over my whole board.
You can resize it if you hold down the control key while you're on the map, and then the left mouse pointer, and then move the mouse. You can use that to shrink the map.
You can also send it to the back so that it's behind all your other stuff.
Yeah. Which I never do, but you can do that, yeah. You can click that button, can't you, to send it to the back?
Yeah. I near enough always do that on a standard screen. I haven't got the size of screen to do much else.
All right, I think I figured something out. Thank you.
You do-
The problem is
Okay.
the control button is my talk button.
Oh,
that's how
yeah.
I think I did it.
Fair. Yes, that would make a lot of sense if it was the case, yes. Anyway, go
All right,
for it.
so I go to multi-action, right?
Yeah, so
that
change
kind
it
of-
from 1 action to 2 actions, because your first action is basically casting detect magic, as it were, even though it's not a
And
spell.
do I have
it's
to
just-
roll for that?
No, it's just innate. It just works.
Apparently, this is
Can I get the quote on that in the rule book so I can look that up?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to just, no, you don't have to do it right away. I just want to learn for myself, you know?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. It's I can't
specific.
remember
Though.
it. It's not
Because you
detect
have
conceal arcana, is it? Someone will have to look it up. I've typed
Page,
it.
page,
Oh, yeah.
page 167.
There we are. It's actually on the
Really?
powers. It's actually on the powers description as well. Detect magic. Sense magical or divine auras within 5 inches, unless they are unless they're magically concealed. So maybe invisibility doesn't work that way.
Well, that's unless the aura is magically concealed.
Ah, good point. Okay, I'll let you off.
He'd
Nice
have
save
to
there.
cast Conceal Arcana on himself to cover up
Yes.
the aura of the invisibility.
Cunning. I shall remember that in future. Okay, so you basically.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, thank God for that. I was a bit buggered off there.
Were you all unable to hear us or be heard?
Yeah, I couldn't speak. Maybe it's a good thing.
Indeed. Well, using your detect magic, you are able to sense where he is, and you basically hit him twice. Once with your long sword and once with your accurate short sword.
Can I have a map?
The first one was with the hit with the ray, so don't forget to add your ray.
Oh, it will do all that for you. That's what I love about fantasy runs. Oh,
Not
crap.
that he needs it.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, this combat's over.
Well, it took a while, didn't it? Okay, so even though the entanglement Won't affect it. But the fatigue will, so we've got a 3. Oh, I just hit the wrong dice there. Looks like I'm going to spend all his bennies, that's for sure. Nope. And his last, I'm going to spend all his bennies in the first second of the first. Okay, so that would actually be a
so-called 4.
17. So he actually soaks all the damage from the longsword hit. Okay, roll for your short sword. Although I did have to spend all these bennies to do that. That's a wound. I will spend one of my GM bennies. Nope. He takes a wound. How annoying is that? Mind you have wounded him before. He has been healing himself. That brings us to Jelsa.
That'll be it for me. Thank you.
That's okay.
Thank you very much.
Hello, Sparkler Tips.
Now, during the course of all this, is he still alive?
That's an interesting question.
Was he alive to start with? Is what I want to know.
Well, indeed, he's invisible, so you're not entirely sure. You just basically saw Goodfella swinging both swords, and you hear. I imagine you would have heard a grunt of pain, and there will be a sort of arterial splay of blood, as it were. Well, not probably arterial, otherwise he'd be bleeding out. But there will be blood will be coating.
Gory stuff.
Yes.
There's ooze and ick.
Okay, well then I'm gonna go on hold, waiting to see what happens. Because
Okie dokie. I'll let you put yourself on hold, so I'll be a good boy and not move on people.
Good, because that's harassment.
how do we put ourselves on hold?
There's a hold button at the bottom of the combat tracker, or you can double click on your action card.
Oh, okay, I see that.
Okay, that brings us to... Oh, I moved the wrong guy before. Okay, well, that doesn't matter. And then... Bert.
Is there a reason I'm not seeing anybody either on the combat tracker or on the map?
Yeah, they're invisible.
They're all
Unless you can't see
invisible?
us. Oh, he just became visible.
But yes,
Yeah,
I deliberately hid him because he's invisible.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
No,
the reason
fine.
is Muhaha.
You just said you hadn't moved that guy, and it's like, well, it went from Jelsa to nobody and now to me, so...
Well, anyone who's not on the same floor as you, but is
Right.
doing
No,
stuff.
I understand that. I just was like, am I having an issue or not? Okay, no issue then. Got it. In that case, I will attempt to shoot the bad guy.
Okay.
Invisible person through his eye.
But are you going to do the multi-action to detect the magic?
Yes,
So you're
I probably ought to, huh?
You need to be one space closer to be able to see him, because you're 6 inches away, aren't you?
You are.
You're fine.
It's a 5-inch. It's a 5-inch range to detect magic.
I will step in front of Jelsa.
But
Yes,
it's
I know
always a
I'm in
bad
front of you when
move.
you're throwing fire. I know. So then I make a...
Well, you can move and then act and then finish your move. So you can step in front of her, do your stuff, and then step to the side. Be safe.
You don't need a
No.
spellcasting roll. You just do it automatically.
Oh, is it automatic? Okay, I thought it was...
It's automatic, but it does count as an action.
Okay,
Yeah.
So second action will then be to shoot to my bow.
See you there. Shooting your bow. Shooting your bow.
But that's not a miss because he's not invisible.
I turned it off. It's back on again. 6 was 40 action. So 6 should be it should be a 5, shouldn't it? Which is a hit.
Yeah.
I thought I turned invisible. I must have turned invisible back to on, not to back to skip. Because you know how you have to click it 3 times, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
You hit.
So damage. Let me re-roll that.
Okay.
That's better. Oh,
Oh,
that's
for-
much better.
Ooh.
Oh, for God's sake. Another 4 wounds. Well, I think I'm going to spend 1 Benny on it, but I think that's all I'm going to do because I've already spent 6 Bennies on this guy.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Well, there we go. Schnookums. Okay, hang on. I imagine losing consciousness will actually affect things, won't it?
It should turn his powers off. Any powers he's got running should fail. Oh, is it?
There you go.
Sorry.
He's lying on the floor, not moving, blood pooling and an arrow in his chest.
And running down the stairs past Snookums, who's going to try and stay out of the blood and go ahead and go downstairs and see what's going on.
It's a very good point. I got my stairs the wrong way around. Are
those supposed to be up?
Those are meant to be. No, they should be the stairs down, shouldn't they?
Well, we can't really tell the difference if it's of any consolation.
No,
I know, but those are the stairs. Those are the stairs down. There's still. I don't get the 2 doors as well. I have to be honest. Why are they? Why is there 2 doors? If you consider, I mean, unless there's a wall.
What are you talking about there being 2 doors?
I am very confused.
Oh my.
I am very confused by this map. Because there's a door there and a flight of stairs, and a door there and a flight of stairs. Oh, you know why? There's 2 sets of stairs. I'm being stupid. Yeah, one going down. Schnookums is on the wall. I couldn't see the wall. That's right. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. So I haven't done anything wrong. It's because the stairs are above each other and I was getting myself confused. That's absolutely fine. So Schnookums is going 1 inch there and then he's going downstairs. I would have used the portal extension, but that seems very broken at the moment. But I'm finding, and I did test it. It's not just on the Savage Worlds rule set. Basically, a bit like blood splats, apparently. Blood splats are now appearing in random places, not where the tokens were. What I found when I was testing the portal app, all of a sudden you're teleporting in a random square around the icon. So every time I tested it, everyone was appearing inside the walls.
Well, that must make things entertaining for you.
Yes, so I turned it off for now.
Well, I can't get blood splats to work at all for some reason.
Yeah. Well, they might be maybe they've been turned off because they're balked at the moment. I don't know. I've got defeated markers turned off, actually. Let's turn them back on and see what happens. I don't recall turning them off. But anyway, I think something's gone wrong and they're defaulting to off lately. Anyway, so, Snookums has moved 1 inch and she? Oh, forgotten. He is basically heading down the stairs.
I'm getting ready now.
From your perspective, it's the map's over there. If you can't see it. So he's still got a fair bit of movement left.
So yeah, Snookums will go ahead and step down and look around the corner, see what he can see.
Okie dokie. Apparently this large room it has it seems to combine the features of a wizard's laboratory and a catacomb. Several tables bearing bodies covered by drapes dominate the room. Tools ranging from shovels to dissection implements sit on shelves against the wall.
Come down to the lab and see what's on the slab.
Yes, literally.
Okay, Snookums will come over here and sniff those bones on that table, and that will be Snookums' turn.
Okie dokie. That brings us to Dondrad.
Well, the evil undead came upstairs, so let's charge down and kill that evil undead.
Hope you've got a boomstick.
One, two, oops. Didn't work. One gets you to there. Two, two gets you to there. Three gets you. Hang on. 3 gets you to there. 4 gets you to there. 5 gets you to there. It brings you to there. There you go. You've still got 4 inches more of movement, Dondred. You're now northeast of where you started. Okay.
Dead guy dead, and that's what I spent the last of my action doing.
Indeed, Rudy. Okay. 1, 2, 2. I'm going to get rid of someone. Someone went and placed their blast template all over the NPCs I'm leaving. 3. There. 4, 5, 6. Gets him to... I'm just going to cheat and get him to there. That's fine. Rannick.
Right, since this guy appears to be mostly dead.
I've only left him on the map because he's bleeding out, and obviously that that basically he'll either stabilise or he'll bleed out.
Yeah.
Other people can either
Can it influence
put him out of his misery or heal him, you see.
Rannick is more interested in seeing where the guy that runs this place ran off to when it became apparent this place was full of undead. So Rannick's going to head that way, because that's the way he ran, I believe.
It was.
It was indeed. It was.
And since he went round a corner, go up the stairs.
Okie dokie. 1, 2, 3, 4 gets you to there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's your 10 inches.
It is, yeah.
But what I will do is I will put you on the next map anyway, because as far as I'm concerned, they are. I think they track to the same position. Okay, so unfortunately, Kai Zalu didn't live long enough to give away what might have been a very interesting piece of dialogue I had worked out for him, as everyone decided to skewer him repeatedly. So he dies from blood loss.
Well, I could have saved them.
Actually, there you go. Look at that. You won't probably be able to see it because of the walls, but his blood splats over there, 4 inches away from where he died.
Okay, that's totally weird.
Yeah, and as I say, whatever's causing that is obviously a change in Fantasy Grounds Unity, and it seems to also be affecting the portals extension.
You're obviously using an improbability generator, the same sort that makes the molecules in the hostess's undergarments jump unexpectedly 3 foot to the left.
I suspect you're right, but in the meantime,
Irina, do you mind if I come off hold before you move?
Go ahead.
In probability, gentlemen, let me see if you go through a portal, you summon a whale.
Or a bowl of computers.
It sounds like being drunk.
What's so bad about being drunk?
Ask for a glass of water.
Okay, yes. Jalsa comes off hold.
And we picked up on the fact that they're particularly targeting Irina, right?
They weren't. It was just Grace. It was just the guy. It was the other guy who did.
The one with ghoul fever was.
The one who basically sort of didn't live long enough to say this, but was meant to say this. You see,
those nuances would have escaped. So targeting just Irina. She has the the number 2 protection for her.
No problem at all. Let's pop that on Irina. Irina is protected.
And then Dondrad's got Snookums went with him, and Stumblefoot went running off this way. So I'm gonna start heading after Stumblefoot because he's gonna get himself killed. But I ain't gonna get
Indeed. Well, maybe not killed, but maybe just fall prone in front of the monster, whatever he's trying to kill. Okay, Arena.
All right. The guy that just died at the top of the stairs seemed to be relatively powerful. So what I'm actually going to do is come over here. Namba's going to follow me, and I'm going to check his corpse for things of value or information.
That's a good idea. I wish I hadn't actually deleted him before you did that.
I'm sure you've got a list somewhere.
I do indeed.
Obviously, I'll be checking for anything that's got glowing magical fields, as well as anything that's just cool and valuable. Wow, early in the session for him.
Okay. So, yeah. Library. No, I don't need to do it that way. I'll do it the other way. Classes. Here for Rise of the Runelords 2. Ah. That might me. I've just found. I think I may have found another bug.
Woo! Playtesting's all about.
Indeed, a Rooney.
Try
Okay.
Fireflies.
Okay. That would help if I could find my pen. It's my pen. Sorry. I get distracted when I find bugs because I have to write them down. Hey.
I have just found one in well, yet.
Oh, that always scares the life out of me. When I open up the file and it's a tape and it opens and appears to be empty, saying, "Oh, all your data's gone." Ha ha! It took a full 30 seconds for it to actually show up the file, the actual contents of the file.
Yeah,
This is treasure. Yep, looks like I forgot to do his gear. Okay. Have to do it the slow way. Hey, right. So he is here. So he was kept holding a very ornate masterwork dagger. A rather nice masterwork dagger.
I'll take that.
Where's I've lost his MP? I have lost his NPC. There it is. I had a bar. Okay, so parcels, items, inventory. Come on, inventory. There we go. Give me an inventory. So then I'm going to have to go. I'm really annoyed about having to build this on the fly. Dagger. That is a dagger knife. That's a dagger. Then I can open it up. Then I can go into enchantments, which I have a shortcut for. Oh, you're kidding me. Really? Okay. That would worry me if I didn't know what it did. It's Q. The problem is when you create shortcuts and then some idiot, i.e. me, goes along and updates the modules so everything's slightly different in location. Okay, so a masterwork that means that's a 302 gold piece dagger, and that's a masterwork. There we go. There's one masterwork dagger. Bang. On the party sheet. First item. Next things next. What are we looking for? Oh, I should put the enchantment shortcut back because I'll need that. Okay, next things next. He has. I do believe he drank the potion of major healing because I recall he was injured and I healed him. So that's gone. So there'd be a stick about 12 inches long.
Stick. I do like sticks. I have a collection.
Indeed. Is this one I'm gonna? This is gonna have to be one I'm gonna build. Have to build from scratch, isn't it? Typical. Okay. Okay. Which is fine, but this is why I like having them all built nicely for everyone. Sorry, guys.
Also,
Okay, that's that. That's that. 15 charges spellcasting. I do wish I could get a kill to enhance items. Okay, so then I've just got to work out its gold piece value, but I can't be asked to do that right now.
there's no real, unless it's a one that I'm definitely not going to use. I'll probably just end up using it.
Yep. Okay, the one's in the party sheet. Oh, and okay, that one I can just create manually.
We know what this does.
Well, you'll have to spend some time analysing it, won't you?
Fine, I'll put it in my thing for now. The key ring I'll chuck to Bert.
Hey, I need to get rid of one of the key rings because you don't need it anymore. That was that key ring, but the other key ring you might want. And finally, 11 platinum pieces, 4 gold pieces, and 14 silver pieces. There we go. Well, I'll just distribute now on the assumption that at some point later you share them. So there, yeah. So he drank his potions. He's got a masterwork dagger, a magic wand, and a keyring. There we go. And that would have been so much easier if I'd actually remembered to build the parcel. So as a GM, I could have just dragged it to the parcel sheet. So I'll add that later.
Are you there, Bert?
I am here.
I chuck the key ring at you over my shoulder so that you can use it to open any doors we need to open at any point. I'm going to try.
Made a note of that. I have made a note of that. Okay.
How many should drop it on?
Combat is technically
Over.
However, for certain people having powers on them, I'm going to leave you. You can move around, but I'm going to sort of restrict you to your movement rate, so I can count down Arena's protection power.
I'm going to drag the corpse over under this table, over here under this table, so we don't trip over it around the stairs, because that would be bad.
You do. Bert has made it to the top of the stairs. There we go. Rannick has moved up there. What I'm going to do is check that. What's in there? Yep, so he's going to do that. Then he is going to do that. He's going to do that. He's going to do that. There we go. Sorry, I'm just sorting a few things out in the background there.
Can I make a tracking roll? Because I want to work out where that bastard ran off to.
You certainly may.
Are we all free to move now?
Oh yeah, you're free to move.
And I will re-roll that because he's a humanoid. Nope, still can't work it out. Guess I'll just have to start trying doors.
Okay, so
I'm going after Rannick, and I'm trying to figure out how to get there.
Round the corner and up the stairs.
We're in the basement.
You are in the basement. So as I say, so can I have an occult check from you, please, Mr. Dondrad?
Why is there a dead body on the tables?
Well, that's where you can make an occult check.
Because he wants it to be alive!
And isn't that a bit disgraceful to leave the undead unburied?
You determine that this is obviously you determine that the reason there's a body on the table is this is a necromantic laboratory. Bert and Snookums, can I have notice rolls from you, please? Snookums will get a bonus because of where Snookums is positioned. Snookums starts sort of yowling and sort of in the way that indicates he's spotted something, and he seems to be looking at the table leg.
Yeah, your cat's either going to be on the table or he's found something inside a hollow leg.
In the meantime, Jelsa goes upstairs. Arena's out hovering at the top of the stairs, and Goodfellas standing resolute, guarding the way for everyone.
Bidding Amber.
Did I miss my turn?
No, it's free movement, mate. Just move. Are you using your Tumblefoot sword at the moment? Are you using your longsword, Panic?
The last thing I did was punch somebody, so it's the sword's in the scabbard.
Swords in the scabbard. Okay, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. That's all I wanted to know. I'm just going to make a stealth roll. Can I have notice checks from Jelsa and Brannick? Simon, I forgot the names.
Probably not.
Probably not, indeed. That's absolutely fine. None of you beat my stealth roll of 15, so I wouldn't worry about it. Nothing to worry about.
It's all fighting there. Not notice.
Did I?
I didn't even know. I failed my notice check to notice that. Okay, so I love the way you always split the party. So anyway, down in the basement, as I say, Schnookums is growling and indicating there's something on the table leg. Don John's walked off to look at all the necromantic stuff. But you're in a room. You're in a room that appears to be relatively empty, but it has the room you're standing in has the characteristic smell of undead flesh.
Well, I don't like that smell, so I'm going to come out here and see what Schnookums is yowling about.
Yeah, I think he's something hidden inside the wooden leg of the table. I don't want to have a look because he's like growling, and it's like, hey, your cat, like.
Schnookums appears to have found a hidden slot in the table leg.
Clever Schnookums.
A slot in the leg? Like you would drop a coin into?
No, as in basically that you can hide things in, so you can, like
compartment.
A secret
okay.
compartment.
I will attempt to open this compartment.
Okay, opening the compartment, you find some parchment and another 12-inch stick of wood.
I collect.
Anything interesting on these pieces of parchment?
Okay, I've added the wand to the party sheet. Here, the only other is it appears to be a map of the Sandpoint hinterlands, and it appears to be has a number of points on it that appear, judging by the notes, appear to be ghoul activity. The markings seem to indicate an increase in ghoul sightings around the southern farmlands and along the Foxglove River.
Southern farmlands and where?
The Foxglove River. It's the one you walked along to get here, I believe. I'll find my map of hinterlands and show you. Which is in the Guide to Varissia. Sandpoint, the hinterlands, our map of the hinterland with the GM map, because I want to check I get it right.
No, we came along Cougar Creek, didn't we?
Yes, you did come along Cougar Creek. I apologise. So, yeah, I'm getting my location smuggled up.
Foxglove River goes out of the Whisperwood, I think.
Yeah, so that is Foxglove River over there. It would appear that that's Foxglove River over there, and it would appear that there seems to be an increase in ghoul sightings in the farmlands, which are over there.
Mm.
That's definitely a not good.
Okay.
Do any of you play Zombicide? That's a relevant question right now.
I own Zombicide Black Plague, Zombicide Green Horde, Zombicide 2, and although I haven't got it yet, what I'm calling Zombicide Deadlands, because I bought it for Deadlands minis.
Funny enough.
Just on live 14 minutes ago, limited edition Zombicide Ghostbusters at a special price. Would you like us to think of?
Rod on a stick. I just decided I didn't buy the Romero's the Living Dead or Walking Dead version, not Walking Dead. What is it? Day of the Dead version. Oh, I'm not allowed to do any more Kickstarters.
It's not a Kickstarter, it's a pre-order on Backer Kit. It technically doesn't count as a Kickstarter.
Oh, I might just have to have a look at that. I haven't got
I'll
room
put a
for
link
more
in
games.
Discord.
No, I can't look now. I'm running a game.
No.
Anyway, so what's everyone up to?
Well, Rannick is opening doors testing doors and having a look at what's on this floor. And
the cell block. This central part of the room sometimes used as a common room for the patients. The northwestern cell. Oh, the northwestern cell is. Oh, okay. So that should be locked. Southwestern cell is occupied as well. That's fine. I've got to lock the doors. It's in my notes to lock the doors. There appears to be shrieking and hollering coming from the northwestern door and the southwestern door. The other doors on this level appear to be unlocked, and they're empty patient cells, but there's no one in them.
That door up ahead looks like it's open.
That door up ahead is open. It appears to be heading to the floor above.
Well, since I didn't open it, I'm going to go and assume that guy's run up there.
Okie dokie. What about Jelsa and Goodfella?
Jelsa's right behind Rannick because he's, just a kid, really. He's going to get himself killed.
Yeah, Rannick's always running into trouble.
Were you armed? Are you armed currently?
Goodfella's holding his longsword and his short sword, yeah.
Yeah, I know you are. I'm just curious about Jelsa.
I'm holding my rapier.
Okay, that's fine. So I'm afraid that case we'll leave Rannick where he is. We'll have Rannick go through there. You're following up. Goodfella gets the doorway. When I'm afraid, because your notice rolls were nowhere near as good as my 16. The patient that is absolutely fine unless he sees bladed weapons and then completely loses it, steps out of the shadows, was screaming. Well, actually, in fact, I tell you what, I can use it. Oh, my help! What happened there? It's just typical. And go to use it, and it goes off. There we are. I can actually use the sound effect. It comes straight at you, and you get attacked. Basically, you get ambushed. I'm afraid, which is a +4 bonus because he's got the drop on you. Don't know if I've got a. Don't. Oh, of course, that would be too easy to actually have an image, and the description's missing. Do you know? I get the impression that something very strange happened in the middle of this adventure. It's important information fell out of my. Oh, that's because I don't put any on them. That's fine. Okay. Basically, coming towards you, you suddenly get attacked. It looms over you because you're quite small. It appears to be half human and half rat.
Ew.
Okay. Skaven then.
Did you say half human, half rat?
Yes. It's basically in hybrid form. He literally pounces on top of Jelsa, biting and clawing, doing crap ton of damage by the look of things. 3 wounds. He does have to drop because unfortunately he rolled really well on his stealth. Jelsa's able to soak one of the wounds.
That keeps me on my feet. That's good.
It does indeed. That's an interesting thing. What it's saying there. Let's have a look here. I'm afraid you must make a vigor roll, please, as you are bitten by this individual. Okay, you're absolutely fine at the moment, or at least you feel it. Sure, there's nothing to worry about. Okay, having dealt with the attack of the half-human, half-rat hybrid thing, we'll deal some initiative. Oh, Jelsa gets to go first. Unfortunately, you are shaken.
I'll spend a Benny to unshake.
Jelsa spends a Benny to unshake.
Because I did have my scimitar in my hand, and I just got attacked, my reaction will be to swing it.
My guest. You hit the rat-like fellow. Fortunately, you do not pierce his armored hide. He has to make a spirit check. Oh, he makes it, so that's okay. Arena. Arena?
Yeah, I'm just trying to work out where this guy is.
On a different floor to you.
That's all right then. For some reason, I thought it was it. Okay. So there's nothing fighting going on around here, is there?
Yeah, we probably don't even know what's happening.
Yeah, there's a door.
I would have rolled you did hear this.
Well, if I heard that, then I'm probably going to go running in that direction, aren't I?
Yeah, I'll say given the amount of volume on that, I'm going to rule you heard that.
I'm going to say an extra 3 after the top of the staircase because I can't do it until
1.
You
2.
heard something? God, the elves must have better hearing than I do.
There we go. That gets you to there.
hearing. You seen the ears?
Amber.
Following me.
Okay, so Amber's basically starts off there. So there you go. So Amber can get further if you want.
Oh, JJ, shut up. Sorry, my dog's irritating. There we are. That'll do for us too.
You can sense the rat-like fellow. I'm afraid this guy's going to slash at. Oh, jeepers! He really obviously likes eating gnomes. So that's a hit with a raise on Jelsa again. I'm afraid.
As soon as that day you killed Jelsa.
It's starting to feel that way, isn't it? Okay, the rat-like fellow. You soak that one, so I think you don't have to make a vigor check. Anyone wounded by... No, you're fine. You weren't wounded this time.
You said lie down, not stick your nose in my mouth.
I just want to check something, actually. Yeah, you're fine. Rannick.
And I'm screaming, get this thing off me!
Yeah.
Get your stinking teeth off Sparkle Tits! And Rannick will try and deliver a haymaker.
Okay. Ooh, just noticed something. Because I found a bug! I found another bug.
Bastard.
Okay. It's something I found a really interesting feature of the Savage Worlds. Savage Pathfinder.
One more.
fonts. The font they use for when it comes to modifiers on fear rolls doesn't actually completely buggers up the NPC maker, so it doesn't actually pick up fear entries. It just adds them into the text of the other one. So I do need fear checks at -1 from Jelsa, Rannick, and Goodfellow.
Right, so
Because he's a very scary looking individual, this fellow.
Right,
Rannick makes it. Jelsa, you should have technically made that before you took the wounds, so therefore you rolled a 4, so you succeeded. And just want a spirit check from Goodfellow, please. Just going to retcon when you had to roll it. It's almost as if you rolled it beforehand. I think we lost Goodfellow. I'll roll one for him. Oh, there we go.
I'm more pissed than scared.
Exactly. None of you suffer fear penalties. Rannick, you shook the rat-like fellow, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Bert. Oh, Dodger, have you tried that door to your left, by the way?
No. I was going to search the room, but then the elf ran away. So
No, I just wondered. That was all. Bert and Stuckums are on hold. That brings us to Aaron, who's not going to do anything. That brings us to Donjad.
So I mean, come on, elves don't run unless they have to.
6 gets you to there, so I'll accept that move and then move you to there because that's as far as you'll get. That's your extra inch of movement to get you 7.
Oh, little legs.
Good fella.
Bert's interrupting, I think.
Oh, Bert requests interrupt. I apologise, Bert.
It's all good. Well, everybody's running away from this door. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay. Using the it is locked, but using the set of keys that Irina chucked you find one of the keys fits it, and are able to unlock the door. Opening it reveals a relatively stark room that features a simple bed, a study table, and a plain wooden chair. What you assume to be a spell book sits atop the desk. From here, you can see that it is open on a page that has drawings of a Sihedron rune.
That's the
Okay.
isn't it?
It is indeed.
Okay, I will rummage through the desk to see if there's anything interesting in the desk.
No, to pay us, the only treasure in this room is the spell. I shall add that to the party table.
Okay.
So, yeah, you have a good rub. You'll be rummaging through the room. Schnookums.
Right. Schnookums, go see what everybody's running crazy about. So 4, 6 more. Probably get them around the corner.
Four, yeah. I wish I could actually set that move, and that's the annoying thing. Because of walls.
Because of all the walls and everything, yeah.
Yeah, if I could hold down Shift and click Tick, it'd be so much easier. But I suppose the reason they don't do that is because, of course, you will get all the line of sight as you move across the map.
Oh, that's true. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, so that's why it works that way. Hey, good fella.
We're in this room right with the catacombs, right? And not with the catacombs, with the tables with the bodies on them, right?
No, you're up on the first floor watching at the moment, watching Jelsa being literally mauled to death by somebody who looks basically like he's halfway through changing into a giant ant.
Okay, I'm going to do something about that. So I will move up and interpose my body between Jelsa and him.
Okay.
And attack.
Go for it. Okay, you hit twice. Okay, that's a wound. It cries out in pain as you wound it, and then you wound it a second time. I might try soaking the second wound. Failing miserably. So there we go. He takes 2 wounds and cries out in anger. He also notices your shiny swords and manages to make his spirit check. That's quite depressing. Okay, and you rounded Jelsa's going first again.
He's still shaking, so I can get away, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna leave the big guys to deal with him, and I'm gonna get back here out of his reach and slump to the floor bleeding.
Okay. If you have a healing potion, you can spend an action drinking one.
Yeah, well, do I?
Okay, first things first, before I worry about whether he's going to heal or not.
Oh, actually,
whether
I
unshake.
did. I bought one, just one.
Okay, the wounds on this guy's body close up.
Expecting that.
Okay, you said if I had a healing potion, I could use it.
Yes.
And I didn't
Is
use
it
my
is
action
it
to
is it a minor healing potion or a major healing
It's
potion?
the one that cost 150 GP. All it says is potion healing.
In that case, it's a standard healing potion. Basically, a major healing potion will heal 2 wounds. A standard healing potion will heal 1 wound. So you drink that and feel a bit better.
I've got a major one, Jelsa.
Okay, so
I've got 2 minors and a major.
Okay, this rat-like fellow basically starts biting and clawing at Goodfella. However, Goodfella is able to fend him off. Although, as I say, all the wounds that Goodfella inflicted on him appear to have vanished. Conrad.
I take it that noise is coming upstairs in the floorboards.
Yes. For some reason, there seems to be battle music emanating around the entire sanitarium. It's the most uncanny thing. Anyway,
That's as far as I can get.
Okay, that's as far as you get.
I think it is.
Good fella.
I am going to jack that guy up with a burst of magic.
Oh, go for it.
And I'm going to do +2 to it to cause a 3d6 damage or whatever.
Extra damage, yep. No problem at all. Hang on, what power is it you got? You've got you're bolting him. Yep, go for it. Bolt away, sir. And there we go. Nice 3d6 bolt for you in future. Okay. You successfully cast bolt, but it still misses because of close combat ranges. Yeah. So you successfully cast it, but basically oh, there you go. And you got the raise that time as well. So, yep, you successfully cast bolt, but you were missing him because, of course, he was dodging you. But this time you were able to get him. So roll that. I've just put in an extra damage. I put in a major bolt tower for you, so that will do 3d6. So you can roll that and get the extra dice of damage to get the 4d6. Wowzers. 2 wounds. He cries out in pain as those wounds, as your magical bolt hits him and knocks him backwards. But and the sound of magically burning flesh, as it were. But he still seems to be standing. But
Okay, Bert will go ahead and run up the stairs since he didn't find anything interesting. Ooh, Bert is
Oh, wow. Right.
quick. Wow.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, 8 gets you to there, which then means I get to move you to there. So that's 8 inches to that square there.
Bert will dart around to there. Whoops, sorry, Arena, didn't mean to run you over.
No problemo. And Schnookums.
And Schnookums is also going to run. There's people having fun, and Schnookums isn't involved, so...
It's a rat.
Exactly! So 6 should get me to there.
7 to get you to there.
Was that okay? I didn't see it.
Yeah, no, I agree. It is confusing in that regard. Which I believe will get you to there.
So we've got 2 inches left. All I'm going to get to do is see the rat. Okay. And I will growl her, or rather, he will growl.
Indeed. I like the fact that Bert's growling for no apparent reason to floor below. Arena. Protection Arena is about to expire. Do you want to maintain it, Jelsa?
Yes.
Okay, that will cost you a PowerPoint. Yep. Arena.
I'm really fast, aren't I?
Everyone's running die is interesting today.
See until that move's accepted.
Yep. Okay. I shall accept. I'll accept that move. You skid around the corner and rush up the stairs. Amber following you. So there, and then you want him in front of you. Amber can go in front of you. There we go. That brings us to Rannick.
Right, Rannick pulls something out of his coin pouch, and then I'm not sure if this is going to need to be a grapple or a fighting attack, because what I want to do is grab this bugger, shove what I've just pulled out of my coin pouch into his mouth and hold his mouth closed.
That gets rather interesting, really, because he wouldn't like it, but it wouldn't necessarily wound him. Would it? That's how it's an interesting one. Because how do you determine damage if you just shove it on him? Do you know what I mean?
Well, I want to try and make him swallow it.
Okay, well that's interesting because the rules don't work anything out for that one. But thank you anyway. Go for it. That'll be a grapple, I think.
It's a grapple, effectively. Okay.
Yeah, I was hoping I thought you might be using it in a slingshot. That would work.
Yeah, I'm standing right next to him.
I know. Wow.
I've got him bound.
No, you haven't.
I've got a raise on him.
Yeah.
You're using a Benny, are you?
Yeah, although that didn't actually do what I hoped it would. Just gave him the Benny rather than spending the Benny on his on his athletics. Let's try that again.
On him.
That's why he saves his bennies when players start being tricksy.
I didn't get a raise, but I did still get him.
You didn't get the raise, so he's not. Yeah, that's the point I was.
He's entangled. I've shoved something in his mouth. I'm trying to hold his mouth closed, saying, "Choke on that, you bastard!"
So in that case, you want to make him vulnerable, not distracted, because he's already distracted for being entangled.
Oh, I do. Yes, I do want to make him vulnerable. Yes.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Okay. Bad guys get bennies. Ha 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 ha. Except, oh yeah, he's an NPC, so I'm going to have to manually give him. There we go. So. I'll spend that Benny he's just got And he's going to basically, he might be entangled and vulnerable, so he's just going to bite you, Rannick.
Okay.
Because he's not very happy and he wants that thing out of his mouth, so he's going to bite you. What the? No, your shield wouldn't apply.
Shield would be
grappling, would you?
applying. The shield would not be applying, so he has to be.
What's your defense without your shield? It would be 6. So he does get you, I'm afraid.
Yeah, absolutely.
Obviously, he's hoping that he could basically get you. Oh, technically, you're vulnerable because you're grappling as well, aren't you?
Yeah. So it's actually he's got a 9. I'm on a 6. He's not got a raise. But
He hasn't got a raise. No. Okay, let's do that damage as he doesn't get through, and he's really not happy. He's very upset, and I'm going to. Well, actually,
with his mouth closed.
Exactly. Although he has healed a wound. Arena.
See if I can run in slow motion again. Oh, I actually got some.
Wow, 10. 2 will get you to there.
Hang on, let me just zoom into the right bit. That's 2. Okay. 3, 4. Hopefully I'll be able to see something in a minute. Ah, yes. 5. Ah, there we are. 6, 7. What is it? This thing? This adversary, this fidget.
Turgleson. Well, he make it a occult roll.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was crap.
No way, running doesn't affect it. As far as I'm concerned, running doesn't affect your mind working with, as it were.
Okay.
He's a where at.
Where at?
There at.
There at indeed. Well, in that case, I'm going to bolt it with my bolt wand. That would be affected by running, however, so I will then it. Much better.
I like the way it's treating it as an offensive, but that's absolutely fine.
Well, it is because it's the wand, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying it's the quirks of It's the quirks of the fast test thing. It's not a problem. It's just that what you're doing is what you did is fine. It's just fancy grounds.
Doesn't understand.
Not understanding. That's the problem with automation sometimes.
82 bolt.
Do /DMG space 2d6.
Let's pick up. Oh yeah. Hold on. Backslash is the one on the right of keyboard.
Yeah, the one with the question mark on the same key.
G. Do I need space before the 2d6?
Yeah. And what I would do is, if I were you, well, it doesn't matter. I was going to say is before you press return, drag it down to one of your shortcut keys.
It's a good idea. I'll do that next time. But anyway, there you go. 8 damage.
8 damage. It's AP2, you said, didn't you? So that gets through his armor. So that shakes him.
Hey.
She said it was AP2, so therefore it negates his armor.
Amber will come as far as the landing just outside for the time being.
Put Amber over there then. That brings us to Dondrad.
She's disappeared again, ain't she? I tell you what, I only wish Elf ran this fast, but after the war area, we wouldn't be in the situation we were in now. God.
1, 2, 3, 4. Get you to there. Be quiet, putting the music back on. So you've still got 4 more inches of movement. 4 more inches, and what you're doing with your last 4 inches of movement.
Right, okay, my last 4 inches of movement.
3 left. You got to walk through doors. Can't just walk through a wall.
Right, and that's about as far as I'm going to get.
In all fairness, that bloody diagonal door there's a right pain. It's the wall. The doors on this map are rather on the teeny side in relation to the squares.
I would take an action, but hang on, I'm trying to get my breath back.
Jelsa Sparkle Tips.
Yeah, she's gonna drag herself to her feet, and she's not going near that thing again. So she's gonna pull her star knife loose from her belt, throw it at him.
You throw your star knife, and although he's wounded and everything else, unfortunately, he still has the presence in and grappled. Actually, hang on.
He can't dodge when he's grappled. He's not free to move.
I agree. That's got to be it. That's actually. Well, it's still a miss because of medium range. But oh, hang on. No, -2 for medium range. A 4 would be a hit, actually, wouldn't it?
A roll of 4, medium range -2 equals 2.
Good point. Yeah. So he still needs. Yeah, you need a 6 to hit at medium range still, regardless of his dodge, don't you? So that's a miss. Rannick.
Right. He healed the sword wounds from Goodfella, but the bolt wound, has that left an open wound, or is it like a surface burn, or what?
It just shook him, didn't it? So it's not a.
No,
He's still got a wound.
Yes, but did it actually break the flesh, that bolt?
The bolt didn't, no, but he has still got open wounds from the last time he was.
Right. In which case, Rannick will, with one arm round him, kind of pinning this thing's snout under his armpit, is going to reach into his pouch again, and because I've got him grappled, I can do a strength damage to him automatically. I'd like to, instead of that, if you'll allow it, take something from my coin pouch, jam it into the open wound, and keep my hand over that while shouting to everybody else, "Will you lot get out some kind of bloody silver weapon? It's a were creature and I'm running out of coin!"
I was going to say actually, I will roll that if you insert silver coins into wounds, it can't heal them. Yes, so go for it.
I'd like to insert the silver wound into that coin. Coin into that. I'll put a silver coin into that wound in lieu of doing my strength damage, and ask this lot if any of them got a bloody silver weapon because I'm running out of coin.
Well, would the enchanted weapons work, do they not?
No, I don't think they do. And that's me done.
No, you need mithril weapons or silver weapons.
And you need to put vulnerable back on me because I've still got some grapple, so I'm still vulnerable.
Yep, I should turn off the counter. Okay, that brings us to Bert, who's all alone on the floor below all the fighting going on.
Lonesomeness, yeah. You don't let Benny that. I got to get up there. I'm the only one with
look at that.
Weapon, so 4, 6, 9.
You can't. I know you can't see. Yeah, 9 gets you to there, which then means I move you to there. There you go.
So 3 more. Let's go 1, 2. Come in here behind Snookums. And
There you go.
I will go ahead and take a shot. And I will use my Arcane Archer ability to cast an elemental shot, and I will make it a silvered arrow.
Okay, go for it. You hit.
Because I ran. No, I ran.
No, 5 will still hit, won't it?
5 should. Oh, how come
5 should still hit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you hit. It's only ruling it as a miss because he's got the dodge edge, but of course he can't dodge when entangled.
Ruling is a miss because it's going to get its parry for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know why. Because I dragged and dropped it. Because he hadn't targeted it, so it always defaults to parry, doesn't it? Likewise, it doesn't actually contrary to what some people say where it used to actually work, they insist it never did. Oh my word, 18 points of damage. That's 2 wounds to him. As in 2 additional wounds, so I'm going to try and soak that, actually, with his last Benny. And critically fails, so there we go. He takes 3 wounds. He's got silver in him, so he really isn't... He's in a lot of pain now. Snookums.
Right, Schnookums. Schnookums is going to go ahead and step over here and frenzy against this rat.
Go for it. Oh, he did actually move to get there, didn't he? So he can pounce. That's 2 hits. Roll that damage. Okay, that's 1 wound, which will put him down. Roll the second one. Which doesn't hurt him, but he is incapacitated. And he's not actually necessarily bleeding out because, of course, he can attempt to naturally regenerate that incapacitation wound.
Good fella.
Next. Okay, Arena.
Sir Donut. Good fella.
Oh, were you at the bottom of the tracker? And did I miss you? I apologise. I thought I'd reached the bottom of the tracker. Go for it, good fella.
I was between Rannick and Bert.
Did I miss
You
you?
are now. You are now. You weren't last round. Last round, you were right at the beginning of the round.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, you went first. Arena! I thought you were first, so I apologise.
I'm going to come over here and hand a potion to Chelsea. Is that 1 wound or 2?
Actually, I take it back. He hasn't actually. No, he was between the 2 of you last round. I missed him out.
All right.
So I shall have
You
to.
bastards!
Yes, I apologise. He's been between you both times. So you could give a potion. Arena, you could give a potion. Goodfella gets to act now and gets to act again on his initiative. So over to you, Mr. Goodfella, sir.
I'm gonna do the double sword attack on this guy.
Go for it. He's lying on the floor at the moment. He's lying on the floor at the moment. Go for it.
Oh, he's lying on the floor.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna bolt him at full strength.
If you want to be really evil, I wouldn't bolt him because it won't do much good. However, I'm just checking your inventory. What you really want to do is grab one of your 1,000 silver coins and jab it into the open wound that Snookum's just created.
That sounds wonderful.
Okay, you take a silver coin out of your pouch and jab it into the wounds that Snookum's just created on the wearer, which means he cannot regenerate and he basically dies of silver poisoning. Arena, meantime, is tending to Jelsa. Combat is technically over, as it were.
In which case, with the were-rat slumped on the ground, Rannick would like to run over to Jelsa, pick her up and look for the bite.
Okay.
And say, nothing personal, Sparkle Tits, and start sucking and spitting on the bite.
What are you doing?
I'm wriggling trying to get away. I'm like, just let me drink the damn potion. I'm just trying to get a skilled Stumblefoot.
Do you into a rat or what? I'm not enjoying this.
The courting, Goodfellow will say the courtship methods up here in the north are quite odd.
I'm playing this one on me. This is just wow.
Yeah,
If her wounds start to fester, we'll just cast cure disease on her.
well, can you do something about it? I don't want to turn her into a rat. I mean, she's small and annoying already.
I do have to look up weird creatures to find out what happens. They should be under L for lycanthrope, shouldn't they? There we are. Curse of lycanthropy. Anyone wounded? Basically, you won't know if Jelsa's okay until the next full moon.
Oh,
Which means
she's
I'll
not
have to
going to be
look at
okay then either because of that woman stuff.
She
Okay.
looks at you. I'm not a woman. I'm a gnome. And she's going to wriggle away from Rennick and drink the damn healing potion.
Okay, you wriggling
I
away.
didn't know women. Good fellow will wonder and go, are all women were creatures? Because they all go crazy once a month.
Okay.
Remember,
okay.
he's a cad. He's a cad. He's supposed to be a cad.
And
I
Rennick
just
would like to
got
go
him,
and
you guys.
grab Goodfella and slam him against the wall and say, "That's enough, that is."
You know, I say to
Oh, is Jelsa all right?
Jelsa has Jelsa's wounds have closed as she has drunk 2 healing potions.
Right, punch Rannick.
Is that as Rannick's going over to grab Goodfella and push him against the wall for dissing women?
I give up.
That was your fault.
How can I have down dissing women? You're going like sucking on them.
Yeah, you guys have
I
got.
think you should be the woman disser.
The woman
Yeah,
disser.
so don't everybody stop wandering off. Can't wander off onto the rooms.
I was looking for the owner of this place. He should have bloody known those zombies were there. And you, good fella, you do not talk to ladies that way.
You probably know. You probably know that Goodfella doesn't necessarily mean it. He's just a bit slow on the uptake sometimes, for the record. But yes,
Oh,
not going to. I'm not going
to not do it.
Indeed, I'm not saying you can't do that, for the record. In the meantime, Bert and Schnookums have gone up a floor.
Because right after saying, "Yeah, don't be running off,"
Sorry, curiosity and cats. You know how it is.
Yeah. Contradictory.
I have unlocked tokens. So.
Well then, Stunty, where are we allowed to go? Because I were looking for the guy that owns this place.
I mean, I can understand Jelsa. She can't help it, but
Are you trying that door there, Mr. Burt, sir?
this
am,
wasn't
but
me,
it's still
John Dredd.
locked.
I was following Stumblefoot.
You hear a voice coming from behind the locked door. Look, I'm sorry, I didn't know he was going to attack you. Oh, look, just please, just go and everything will be fine. You've obviously had some, patients can be excitable. I had no reason to wonder why anyone would turn him off. So, yes. So please, just leave us, leave me, just leave me alone. I'm terribly sorry about everything. Just don't want to. I don't want to cause any more problems.
Are we certain this man's a doctor? He sounds like he's one of the patients.
Well, at the moment, he's a bit scared.
Goodfellow says maybe he's a bad doctor. He's got no patience.
Oh, dear.
Tell the difference between agitated and zombie. I would say he's a pretty appalling doctor.
Well, he's got a necromancer on staff. They're just a healer that turns up late.
And a slightly lower voice goes, "Yeah, if they force their way in, I expect you to protect me." Comes from the other
I
side
don't know
of
what's
the door.
going on the floor where I'm at, but I'm going to start smashing open doors. Goodfellow's going to try to open this door right here.
Just click on them to open them. If they're not locked, you should be able to open them.
Well, I think it's locked, and that's why.
Yeah, no, I was talking to Goodfellow. I did. Yes, that door's locked because obviously Erin ran in there and locked the door behind him.
Yes, but I have keys.
The keys don't appear to fit these locks.
No, I have keys.
Bert's going to try them all.
Yes, indeed. The key, but what I'm trying to say is, after you try the keys, I know. Yeah, the keys. You have to click on the door, Goodfellas, to open it first. Yeah, the keys you've got only unlock the 2 doors in the basement. They're all empty cells anyway on this floor. I wouldn't worry too much about it. He goes, look, if you just leave me alone now, it'll all be fine. Oh, that's interesting. What's that?
We don't want to do violence to you. We just have some questions we need answers to.
That door and get very close to it and say, exactly how do you think us leaving is going to stop this place being overrun by flesh-eating undead?
You know that conversation's happening on a different floor of the building.
What?
Went up some more stairs to a different floor of the building.
Oh, in that case, I'm not going to do that. I was absolutely 100% convinced that was happening on the floor I was on next to me.
I can put you on that floor so you can say it if you want. There, I'll put you there so you can
Don't
pretend
All
you
right,
know.
yeah.
Dondred punched
No,
Rannick
I
and said
remember that happening.
nobody should run off, and then Bert ran off.
Yeah, I know that, but I honestly thought that was... yeah, never mind. Yeah, I'll follow him and do that. Because he's annoying me.
It's all gone very quiet from behind this door.
Really weird smells coming from in there.
No, but it's up to you if you want to. Do you wish to maintain Arena's protection, Arena? Sorry, Jelsa.
Yeah, because I'm still convinced that they're only targeting her.
Okay, so that'll cost you another PowerPoint. I'll reset it again.
Yep.
So it's all gone very quiet in that room. You can still hear movement from behind the door, Bert.
Hello. we
Erin's
want
not
to
talking.
talk to you. Knock, 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 knock. Hello. Knock, 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 knock.
One of the voices goes, "Look,
Can we all go upstairs?
of course you can." I'll just put everyone upstairs, shall I? There we go. Everyone upstairs. There you go. You can all crowd in.
It's too
By the way,
crowded.
right. If we're talking to the doctor and the doctor's going to help me, you do realise in the basement he's like experimenting on dead people?
I thought that's what doctors did in the past.
Yeah, but no,
I
this
think
is
they
this
do
is
that
like,
now.
Look, I'm authorised to say that if you leave at this time, no further action needs to be taken. Erin Habe apologises for any inconvenience caused by the patients. He really does not wish any further harm to come to his person, and he was forced in. I have been told to inform you he was forced for safety of his life to allow the necromancer to perform unpleasant operations on dead patients in the basement.
And who the bloody hell are you?
My name is Gortus. I am an employee of this establishment.
I think someone should break this door down because nobody.
Yeah, I'm
should
breaking the
be
door down. Let's break this
for
bloody door down.
necromancy.
I'm not having it. I'm not having necromancy. No, not. It's unnatural.
I imagine the necromancer has been dealt with. In some regards, we thank you for killing him off. He bothered us quite severely. He kept talking about how we would make great zombies, and we weren't too keen on that. Please do not break down the door. There is the, as I say, on behalf of Mr. Erin Habe and the Habe Sanatorium, we apologise for any inconvenience caused and wish you safe journeys and hope that we don't ever have to cross paths again, and apologise yet again for all inconvenience caused.
I think you should come back to Sandpoint with us and explain that to the watch. Would you step aside, please, Bert? I'd like to knock door down.
Yeah, I think we should kick the door in. Undead are a blight before God.
I have a strength check, please. I like that.
Knock, knock,
Okay.
knock.
Okay, one kicks open door, Anik. I need to make the NPCs visible, don't I? There we go. They back off as you kick the door in. They're two tieflings. They look almost identical. They're dressed almost identically. They're holding up their arms, saying, "We wish to we wish no problems at all." This appears to, in the centre of this room, appears to be a large operating table. There's a cabinet on the north wall. And there you go. That's what you can see at the moment.
You should have thought about wishing no problems at all before letting people create zombies on your watch.
We're just the employees, ma'am.
And we're deputies of Sandpoint Watch, so you're coming with us. Now, you can either do it with manacles on, or you can do it without manacles on.
We wish to cause no inconvenience, and are happy to oblige to any of you. We are happy to oblige with any requests. Any inconvenience was caused by our former boss, Erin Hay.
Hey, Rannick, Goodfellow says, I think you're supposed to say that if they don't wear the manacles, they'll be dead.
Where is Mr. Abe?
Mr. Abe is not available at this time.
You said he's your former boss.
Indeed, he is not available at this time.
What did you do?
We didn't do anything. We just resigned.
Bit late, don't you think?
Better late than never.
We heard him in this
I say
room.
we kill him.
Point to where he is, please.
We would like to, but alas, he is no longer here. He is unavailable at this time.
Right, if you don't start cooperating, I'm going to do to you, and presumably your brother, what I just did to that door.
Look, we don't know where he is, I'm afraid. Look, we'll happily come back with you to Sandpoint and explain everything to the sheriff, but there's not much we can...
So where the bloody hell is he gone?
Jelsa, go blow some fire into that room. See if we can figure out where this guy's hiding.
Which room?
Two quivering cowards.
The one with the two guys in there. Basically, just stick your hand, over, I was going to say over Rannick's shoulder, but around Rannick's hip, and just fill the room with fire, would you, please?
I'll just,
What makes you so sure?
Would you believe they just made the world's most suicidal survival check there?
Yeah.
What's that mean?
However, the other one looked basically yeah.
One
Right,
brother's like, I'm not going to break. The other one's like,
I don't know who's long in that range, but I'm gonna oblige these guys because they just saved my life more or less.
Oh, the damage.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Well, if it was pure show, then it probably has. It's fine, isn't it? If you actually want to hurt them, of course. Okay, one of them cracks and breaks and goes, "He's over there! He's over there!" And points at that wall over there.
Right, go get him.
Is the wall shoddy?
Make a notice check.
Well, been. Should I do it +1?
If you get benefits on detecting secret doors, then you most certainly may roll a +1.
Even if I'm standing in the vicinity of it, it's just.
No,
yes, I found the door. It's a trap door to the floor below.
No, as far as you can tell, there's nothing there.
Yes, it is. Look, I'll jump up and down the floor. Look.
And I'll pull out the wand I have and go, maybe you should have used this.
Right, we should. Oh, yeah, exactly. Shall we go? He's obviously no longer here, says. So I'm just trying to see which one it is. Gernak.
Go get the former boss now, or it's clobbering time. I'm going to count to 3.
They don't like threats, and they've had enough.
I punched them on 1.
That's fine. But have a notice check from me, please. You think you heard some movement from behind that door?
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. They were pointing over here at this wall, so I think I'm going to come over here and open this door. Or
Appears
try
to be, well, it doesn't appear to have any lock, but for some reason it won't open when you try.
Oh,
supposed
yes,
to-
it will. I whip out my flame sword.
Okay, that doesn't take long for you to basically cut through the door. Sorry, someone's. There we go.
There's the little cat.
Hello, Aaron.
Oh gosh, no, please, no. Schnookums.
Schnookums will walk over here behind Bert and lick his chops.
Okay. Erin decides this is the good time to create a puddle of liquid on the floor. Gernak is the Gernak's the one who made his spirit check. He basically clubs Rannick. As Rannick, you're winding up for the punch. He literally just clubs you one.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously,
That way it's face when it bounces off.
yeah. That's 30. What the hell? What the hell? Oh, your rhino armor.
Mm.
Fart.
Go on, grin at him.
Rannick grins and says, "Try harder next time." My turn.
Tieflings versus half-orcs. It's the completely non-human battle show.
Yeah, so Rannick grins, says, "Try harder next time." My turn.
Go on, Benny.
I don't need to Benny it because the tieflings are humanoids.
Okay, reroll it.
So they are parry 8, which is quite nasty.
Benny.
I will spend 1 Benny on it. That'll do.
You shake him. Erin Habe basically, he's going to be much of a combatant. He drops to his knees and begs for mercy. He starts explaining how the Senator experiment he blames his Senator experimentation on the necromancer Kayazlu, saying the necromancer forced him to take part in several experiments and warning the heroes. Well, no, he dwells downstairs. Gortus, well, he's the one who basically. Gortus actually is not. As soon as he basically watches his Gernak's blow pop off and you just smack one back, he just drops the club and basically says, "No, I surrender." Jossa.
Jossa's kind of lost interest in this whole fight because they all keep running off. They're doing their own thing. So she's going to take a moment to step back to Irina and tell her thank you again for the healing potion. And I made this. Wait, what happened? I made this for you when I was back in town, and I didn't get a chance to give it to you. But this seems like a good time.
Thank you. Really nice. Oh, put it on.
I want to read it.
The protection you put on it.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that is because.
It's for Amber.
That's because Fantasy Grounds adds. If you give Fantasy Grounds gives a +1 parry to on top of whatever, you know what I mean. So what I actually need to do is set the parry 6 because the NPC stats include the fact that they're getting a parry of 7 from block. So what I need to do in the rule set is change their parry to 6, so when they've got the block edge, it will be 7. The only thing is, of course, some people turn off automation, so then that won't work anymore. But that's not my problem. Okay, so Gurna, a parry of 6. And Gortus should have a parry of 6. There we go. That was a nice bit of role playing there. Thank you very much. Reader and Jelsa, I think that was probably your 6 seconds, I'm afraid to say. Dondrad.
Dondrad will step to there. Surrender is not acceptable to the race.
Right then, smack him.
And I attack the man who's trying to surrender.
Oh, gosh. Okay. You hit him. I'm just trying to follow what he's saying. Then gang up +1, block -1 equals 8.
Yeah, because block ignores 1 point of gang up bonus.
Ah, thank you. My word. 2 wounds on Gortus for trying to surrender. Well, that's certainly when we... Okay, so he soaks one of the wounds and obviously basically snarls in anger and says, "Yeah, dwarf."
Found some web results.
Good fella. That's a bit scary. So he decided at that point to activate. Good fella.
Yeah, what are we just killing these guys off?
Seems to be the case. I
No,
was trying to leave it out of combat, but the players seem to have your blood up and go extra bloodthirsty. So it's up to you if you want to kill him or not.
No, everybody else tonight will be, but Dondrad will. Once combat starts, Dondrad has to finish it, whether it makes sense or not.
Touch worms. I don't think that they deserve to walk out here.
I don't have a problem with that, by the way.
Also, who's easily distracted and decides that she's got better things to think about at the moment.
What's your plan, Mr. Dondrad, sir?
Goodfellow's just gonna let you guys do whatever you're doing. I'm gonna spit pass.
Fair enough. New round. Arena gets a Joker, and therefore some of you have up to 7 bennies now, you lucky fellows.
That's good. I like to have lots of bennies. Okay. Can't think of anything sensible to do with it, but you know, I guess I'll go and hold in case something really bad happens before the end of the round.
Okay, you have the Joker, so you can interrupt at any time. I shall put you on hold. Gurnak removes from being shaken. He basically snarls in anger and wildly. Hang on, let's check. I need to check his stats. I could be mistaken on what. Yes, I do. I do remember correctly. I thought he did. He basically snarls in anger and starts swinging in a wild and frenzied manner at Rannick.
I think he hit me.
Missing once, you parry the first blow with a shield, but the backswing comes in with surprising force, doing naffle damage. He's actually upset, so he will spend a penny on that. Doing naffle damage. Okay,
It will be a daft airputh.
Ooh, I know what I'm going to do. I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to requesting interrupt. I've just thought of something cool to do. I'm going to wink at Jelsa before I do this.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to do that. And I'm going to cast a sound to be heard by these 3 jerks. And that sound is a voice, an ominous voice saying, "You allowed evil to take hold where evil should not have been. Your souls will pay in the next life."
Okie dokie. Well, we all know what will happen there. Erin Habe, although it would seem almost impossible to do so, Erin Habe increases the amount of liquid he's standing in and is shaken. Gurnak and Gortus is Actually, I'm gonna actually go on no, they're wild cards, so he suffers a fear penalty. That basically does affect Gortus. He is shaken up by that. I don't mean shaken up as in you shake him, as in he's suffering a fear penalty of -1 on all trait rolls. But
Really, guys, really? I will grab Aaron by the scruff of the neck, and let's see, Schnookums is going to get out of my way. Schnookums, scooch into that room, Schnookums. I will grab Aaron by the scruff of the neck, and I'll drag him around the corner here, and I will say, Dondrad, their boss told them they need to stop fighting, so you need to too. Now stop. And that will be my turn. All of my turns.
Indeed. Rannick. Sorry, I assume so. I was just moving it on there.
The club having not even really bothered Rannick that much. He's just going to look at the two thieflings with a give over, lads. It's finished. And then he's going to punch Dondrad, saying, "We're not bloody murderers, Stunty."
They started it. They started it. They drew a weapon.
Yeah. Okay, so that's fine. I take it that was non-lethal punch on Dondrad.
You will notice it is non-lethal damage, yes.
Yeah. Do you want to attempt to slow that punch or just take it, Dondrad? It's non-lethal. It will go away after a little while.
I will. I will actually take it because I'm too distracted because I'm in the combat. My blood's up and I can't calm down.
Someone's bled a bit on the blood first, he said. Okay, Gortus unshakes. Basically, so Gortus unshakes. He says, fine, but it does take a defensive stance towards the dwarf. Erin actually recovers from the shock and says, come on, calm down, guys, calm down. Jelsa. No more bloodshed needed here.
Jelsa's just going to go ahead and sit down on the floor and watch all this, quite amused.
Okay. And that brings us to Dondrad, who was shaken by, who recovers quite quickly from the smack to the side of the head. We'll see what he does.
Bert's got the boss, so Superior's spoken. Last chance, drop the weapon. You could die.
I think, well, they pit it. So there we go. Weapons are dropped. Combat is at an end. So someone managed to defuse Mr. Bloodthirsty there, so I'm happy with that. Okay.
Now, next time there needs some sense knocking into you, ask politely. Now, let's get these bastards back to Sandpoint, and then we can go to Foxglove Manor.
Okay, right. So clear that off, and I can delete everyone from the map, in fact. Congratulations, you appear to have solved everything there. The spell book's probably in the party sheet still if someone wants to nab it. I'm thinking certain people with certain edges that get extra powers when they have a certain spell book, when they take the new powers.
I didn't know that was there. I'm just trying to reopen the party sheet. Oh, shiny.
We'll have to work out his spells later. Just I'll remember because logically it'll be the spells he had in his book.
Uh-huh.
Likewise, if you want to make occult rolls, now's the time as you're journeying back. You can have a look at those wands. Okay, so you have a wand of Detect Arcana and a wand of Farsight.
Cool. Handy.
Interesting, the wand of Farsight, I will check actually. I don't think it has it written either way, so 17. Yeah. So the wand of Farsight, because it doesn't say spell casting, means it can be used by spellcasters or wizards, arcane backgrounds or miracle backgrounds. If that makes sense. Because when it has spellcasting, it means you've got to have the spellcasting skill to be able to use it, and sometimes you can get items that will say faith instead. Okay.
Yeah, well, a while back, yeah, it should be class based.
So you head back to. Actually, I'm gonna check the map. Where's my map of the receiver? Sandpoint. Chapter 1, Sandpoint, Light of the Lost Coast, Sandpoint history, yes. I need to actually make the shortcuts for the images on this book, I think. Sandpoint at a glance. There we are. GM map of Sandpoint. The Sandpoint garrison. Yeah, I thought it was, because the other one's the cathedral. So basically, you find yourselves back at the garrison, which is the a building in a straight line down from the ruins, with the dome and the two squares on it, with the glassworks, behind it. So, when you get yourself back to there with these individuals, the sheriff is, I would say happy to see you back, but he does have a grave look at his face. It takes an even turn for the worse, obviously, after you explain everything that happened there. So what happens at this point? There appears to be basically when you get back, the soldiers take the people off, and obviously the sheriff will give you a chance to explain what's going on there. However, it appears to be an individual with the sheriff who looks most distressed and upset, and the sheriff seems to have been trying to calm him down. In fact, as you came in trying to explain what was going on in the sanatorium, this guy kept trying to sort of frantically babble into the conversation and explain stuff, nervously muttering about walking scarecrows, and the sheriff has to quiet him down again, and eventually the sheriff explains that this is Maester Grump, and apparently he's told a short but harrowing story saying the southern farmlands have become plagued by foul walking scarecrows that stalk the night.
I'm presuming this took enough time when we recover our PowerPoints.
Yes. You get 5 back an hour. It's a 3-hour walk, I believe.
What did you say? Western farmlands?
Southern farmlands.
Southern farmlands.
Was that near Rannick's place?
Aye. Yeah, didn't I sell the Brown's Eastern Field to thee?
He seems a little taken aback and sort of mutters something, and then sort of he seems to be a little. You does appear to be the one, but he's a bit flustered at the moment. He's not really paying much attention to anything anyone's saying, and he sort of blinks, stops, and then starts babbling his story again. But you're fairly confident that is the case, Rannick.
Yeah, calm down, Master Grump. Calm
down. Basically, I'm paraphrasing what he says because he babbles and he goes off on tangents and he keeps coming back, and it's just, you know what I mean. But from what you gather is all the farmers knew the problems were coming from the old Hambley place. Things just ain't been right there for a few days now. But then a group of locals paid the Hambley farm a visit yesterday evening, and they were attacked by the folk that looked like corpses but fed like starving animals. At this point in the telling, Grumps worked himself into such a lava again, and he shrieks, "They even killed the dogs!"
The dogs. Act.
Okay,
Look at this. At this point, Master Grump is almost sort of basically worked himself up too much that he's basically unintelligible, as it were. But at this point, Sheriff Hemlock explains that his men picked up Grump as he ran into town screaming about walking scarecrows. The sheriff asks if you can investigate and agrees to provide up to 4 local watch to help them if you would like them.
It's all right. I know the farmlands well enough. Yeah, Sheriff. I don't.
He also sorry to cut across there. I was just reading on a bit. One more thing just before we let you interrupt. Sorry.
Thank you, Bill.
He explains he hopes that Grump's story has been enhanced by the booze you can smell on the old farmer's breath, but he worries the moonshine may have actually dulled the man's memories of the grim fate visited on the Hamleys, and the situation there could be even worse than it sounds. And over to you. Sorry.
Folk are good people. I'm going to help them out. I'm not speaking for everyone. I mean, if they want to go to Foxglove Manor straight away, they can. But I want to help out farm folk first. And maybe we should find out what we can about Manor. I mean, all I know is it's an old place and Foxglove lived there. But right, I'm going to farmlands now. Right?
If they're killing dogs, I definitely got to go and save the doggies.
Absolutely, me too.
Yeah,
Just
so the
where
note
everybody goes.
on the table we found isn't made that undead were rising in the farmlands.
Good point.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go and bless the hell out of them.
All right, we'll go check out the farmlands. But Sheriff, can you get a message to yeah? What's that lass's dad called? Brodert. Get a message to Brodert.
Brodert Quinn.
We need to go and know as much as we can about Foxglove Manor.
Misgivings.
Aye.
Yeah, you're at 4 advances. That's fine. Just checking because I know I had to skip your next advance, which is I think the one you would have just got. So that's fine. Okay, so hey, Hamley Farm. The news have walking as you head. Okay, so you basically turn back round and head down to the farmlands. The news of walking scarecrows appears to have spread quickly through the farmlands. Obviously, you know some of the people around here, Anik. So obviously, you find you basically find a couple of people who will say that, but not much more. In fact, I think Radic's the only locals. The rest of you wouldn't know this, but Radic, the normally friendly locals, are basically very wary of anyone and just keep basically almost like not trusting anyone, and basically unlike normally where there'll be a friendly wave and a hello even to strangers as you walk by their farmland or farmhouses or anything, you actually find that people see people coming down the road, they're running inside and shutting the doors. It's only a couple of people that you're able to talk even as they're sort of running away, not from you, but you know what I mean in general. So obviously everyone, the anxiety level, yeah.
Have any crops been going missing? Have all the windows got the glass in them?
From what you can see, yes.
So there's no missing grains, no missing panes. Is there any missing chains?
Not that you can see. So
Right.
over
Just checking we haven't changed settings.
Over 3 dozen farmsteads dot the fields in the vales southeast of Sandpoint. The farthest being some 6 miles from town. Farms to the east and north. Basically, I've heard the stories, but it's as you travel further south, they're getting more problematic. So anyway, the footpaths are dusty tracks about 12 feet wide, hemmed in by fields of corn and other crops. The Hamley farm, you know, is nestled in the western edge of the Whisper Wood, a forest said to be home to the capricious gnomes, pixies, and other fae. But now, it would appear to be foreshadowed by a closer menace of scarecrows attacking people. As you head through the southern area of the Soggy River, south of the Soggy River, I should say, you notice that the farms are now deserted. Some of them just appeared. Basically, you could tell, but it looks like the fields have been not touched for a few days, and a couple, and at least 2 of the farmhouses as you go by appear to have basically had all the doors ripped off the hinges and the windows smashed. And in fact, the next closest farm out to Hamley Farm, the smoking remains of the barn and the farmhouse can be seen as you walk along the dusty trail.
Bugger, that were Potter's place. They made best moonshine north of Whisperwood. Not that I ever drank it when I were a lad, of course.
Of course.
As you head further south through this towards the Hamley Farm area, you notice here and there, dotted in fields, are scarecrows. So far, none of them appear to have been moving.
Let's just go and check them one by one.
I'm that.
Yeah, as I say, they all appear to be relatively straightforward and, normal when you check them. If you want to
poke it with a stick, it doesn't react or anything.
Yeah. Right. This one's going to be quite interesting in terms of map size. So, but anyway, you're very small and you're at the very north of the map.
And there's no light on. Is there meant to be no light on?
They seem to appear to put. It's interesting. They seem to have turned on lighting for. Oh no! It seems to be lighting's turning on as default for these maps. So I need to go back through and add an ambient light, I suppose. Yeah. Let's go to let's turn lighting on and then add an ambient light, shall we? Ambient lighting. We're going to say it's daylight. There you go. It's the middle of the day as you're approaching the edge. Just to the south of you at these crossroads is sort of the boundary of the Hamley Farm.
Okay, do I know where the farm building is? Presumably that's it there, but...
Yeah, I'm going to say from here you can probably see it, yeah. Yeah, actually, in fact, you can see it. I've just checked your lines of sight.
And can we see any
There's
scarecrows?
nothing else. We can see the smoke coming up from the chimney.
There's no smoke coming up from the chimney.
Why are human houses so tiny?
Can I have a notice check, please? Okay, Jelsa, Dondrad, Rannick, Arena. Goodfellas obviously, something's caught Goodfellas' eye and he's obviously not noticing. However, as you enter the farm area, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 scarecrows.
Rob, whoa, what just happened?
It went grey.
It did, and
we all vanished.
And we all vanished.
Everything's gone funny.
Oh, we've zoomed in.
And Arena. Some of you are off the top of the map. Some of you are off the top of the map. So I'm just having to add you back in manually again.
Normally a large amount of scarecrows.
Donjad's missing from that map, isn't he? There we go. Thank you, Donjad.
Maybe, but it depends on who owns the fields.
No, there's two of me.
Well, wouldn't you?
There should be now.
Good idea.
Is that an abnormally large number of scarecrows, or is it just one per field that we can see?
You get the impression that is more scarecrows than is normal. I've just realised what I have to do on this one. Okay.
Excuse me.
Oh, that's not at all annoying that when it adds them to the combat tracker, it renames them to...
I've just got a bug there.
It's okay, I'll come back it out. What's that?
We killed the bugbear at this
Well, yeah, I appeared off the map and I tried to move onto it, and then you moved me. So,
Yeah.
so then I cancelled my move because the arrow was still there. It's left the arrow. The movement arrow's still there.
Yeah, I noticed that. Well, that's okay, because if I do that and then do oh, well, that's an interesting bug, but I can live with that. What happens if I do... Oh, well, the arrow's just going to stay because I can't get rid of it. It's a very unusual bug. Yeah, so... yeah. As I say, you can't see the scarecrows. Let me turn the scarecrows on. That might help.
Those look like deadly scarecrows.
They're not moving. They're scarecrows.
Well, Rannick will go over and check the closest one and poke it with a stick.
Hey, Rannick goes over to the closest one and pokes it with a stick. And nothing happens. That scarecrow does not move.
Is it
However,
like is it an actual scarecrow stuffed with straw, that kind of thing?
yep. However, as you do that, this scarecrow over here.
Wouldn't this be a great place to hide, though? And
Actually, he doesn't need to. This scarecrow over here suddenly jumps out to the field and comes running towards you.
Scarecrow!
I shall start combat. Well, that's interesting. The scarecrow's got the jokers. Okay.
Damn.
That's really annoying. I'm going to have to do... That's really annoying. Hang on. Try that instead. There we go. Okay. Dondrad.
Dondrad would like to point out to Jilsa that straw is combustible.
Yeah, Jilsa already occurred. That already occurred to Jilsa.
Plus one to mix that.
Dondrad ends his turn. Okay, Rannick. So the scarecrow to your right it doesn't move, but the scarecrow. Oh, that's academics. Yes, thank you. The scarecrow to the south is running towards you.
Rannick, draw sword, hit scarecrow with it.
I actually have an illustration of how. It's obviously not nighttime, but if it was nighttime and Rannick was human, this is what the current event looks like.
Hey.
It is. Hell. Get down. I'm not a crow, I'm not scared.
Okie dokie. You basically check something. You basically smack that scarecrow and it drops to the ground with a meaty thud. The smell of undeath emanating from the now still body. Jilsa.
Can I tell that it's a ghoul as it says in brackets?
Probably not, because it does look like a scarecrow. I just called it that for... That's just what they actually are. They're scarecrow ghouls.
I see that one running up from the south, right?
But the one that moved, Rannick's just put down.
Yeah, no, there was another one running towards us. Right here.
One moved.
Yeah.
Only one's moved thus far. The others are still in their fields. But are you talking about that one?
Yeah.
That's fine.
I'm pretty
Hasn't
sure
moved yet, but by all means, if you want to do stuff to it, be my guest.
Well, I'm just going to move up a little to make sure he's in my range. Because, well, I can set it on fire. I don't care if it's dangerous or not.
Time of year, is it?
I don't know. Good enough to have all the crops growing anyway.
Burn the bloody crops! That's someone's lifestyle, that is.
That doesn't count as green.
Okie dokie. So, right.
That's a raise.
That's a hit.
She didn't add the +1 for the support from Dondrad.
Roll.
Oh,
that's
okay.
That's a raise, and that should have been a 4, so that's a hit with a raise. Roll the damage.
Because I desperately needed that raise. Oh, look at it burns.
Oh, you burnt.
You're right, Dondrad.
Right. Which one is that? Because that didn't. You managed to damage yourself for some reason there.
Oh, great. It's this one.
Yeah, I told you straw was combustible. Never have it down mines, it's the danger.
What's the size of a large burst?
That big.
Yeah, in inches.
3-inch radius.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to say thank you to whoever drew these on the internet. I found them because there aren't any maps provided for close-up fights in the farmlands. I could have done it on the other one, but this, actually, in fact, the other one does work. Yep.
How to target all friendlies? Could you do that for me?
There's a button at the top of the screen.
Really? Oh yeah, that's it. Target mode. So.
Target friendly units, yeah.
I don't see target friendly units.
It's the flag.
I've just done it.
Yeah, right, got you. Thank you.
Okay.
Excellent. I am upgrading this power I'm casting.
Okay.
I can't see range on here, so how far away is the furthest person from me? Which is presumably Jelsa.
5 inches.
Fine, I don't need to make it any bigger. I am going to, however, upgrade it to have hurry on it. I'll do, yeah. And I'm going to try and get the raise. Like, excellent.
Okay.
So that will up their toughness. Because I got the raise.
Well, indeed. So that'll cost you a grand total of 1 power point plus 1 for each person, won't it? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 power points plus the fact.
Including an amber. So that's 8.
Oh, including amber, 7 power points.
Plus 2 for hurry.
And plus 2 for hurry and Schnookums as well. So that's what, 10?
10 power points, yep. So toughness plus 2 and hurry plus 2. There we go. That's toughness and hurry effect applied to everybody. I think the hurry counter might be wrong, but I'll check that later.
It lasts the same time as the power it's attached to.
But the hinder only lasts 1 round, doesn't it?
Yep.
Depends on what power it's attached to.
Oh, it depends on the power because you guys keep doing it on instance. That's why it only lasts 1 round. Yeah. Amber.
Is going to do a fighting trick against this scarecrow to try and distract it so that Rannick's got a better chance.
Sorry, I didn't mean to roll it there, but I was curious to see if it would actually do it as a fast test. But by all means, you give it a shot.
Sure. So I'm juggling too many windows. Sorry, it's taking me a minute to pull up the right one.
I know the feeling. I do the feeling about too many windows. Yeah, you got it through as well. No. It seems totally unfazed and doesn't move in any way, shape, or form as Amber stands there, sort of growling at it, doing that strange fox bark and running around, and it doesn't appear to do anything. I'm going to be a good boy and not end turns for people. I'm going to keep my hands off it.
There you go.
But
okay, Bert is going to, let's see, his pace is now 8. So Bert is going to walk forward some. Walk forward to there. I don't recall ever seeing scarecrows under trees like that. So I am going to shoot a fire arrow at the one on the map's right under those trees.
Yep.
Correct, that one.
Okay, you have targeted the scarecrow.
And like I said, it is a fire arrow.
Okay. You hit it with a raise.
Stop setting bloody farmland on fire!
Oh wait, I definitely have to Benny that. That's
No, it's absolutely fine. 6 points of damage kills it, and it burns up very fast.
oh, does it? Okay.
You destroy the scarecrow, leaving it a
I look
burning
over my
mess.
shoulder at Rannick and say, I'm not burning farmland, I'm burning that scarecrow that's under a tree. It's nowhere near the crops. Leave me alone. And then Snookums will see Amber barking and going crazy at that scarecrow, so Snookums is going to come and pounce on this one.
Okie dokie.
I used to scrump apples from that tree.
Schnookums attempts to pounce the scarecrow. Go for it.
There we go. Couldn't find you. No fair hiding, Schnooks.
Schnooks is very good at hiding. Yep, you hit with a raise on the scarecrow.
And
Snookums lands on the scarecrow with a full force, and the sticks and the straw fly in all directions.
And then Schnooks will continue coming up this way a little ways.
Yep.
Stalking at the edge of the crops, whatever they happen to be.
They appear to be green crops.
Spoken like somebody who's never been near a farm in his life.
Exactly.
They grow finest green.
Indeed.
Big difference between wheat and corn and sorghum, though.
Exactly, yeah. Well, I should say, I got these maps off the internet. If I was trying to draw them myself, I probably would have done them fields of yellow wheat, especially because of the map I've got for the farm. Because they don't provide any maps for any of this apart from the farmland map, which actually I've set up so you can actually use it for fights. In some ways, it might have worked out better once I've got the scale sorted out. And I must admit, I would recommend for anyone else doing it, I just use this map if you're doing it fancy grounds. If you're not, then obviously these maps are good. But anyway, unidentified NPC over here. It's going to stay put. And that brings us Goodfella.
Yay! What will Goodfella do?
What will Goodfella do? Sorry, we're all on tenterhooks waiting now.
Yeah, what will Goodfella do? I'm going to run on down with you guys. Where are all the scarecrows? Where do all the scarecrows go?
Can't you see them?
Well, that one there was running up the path.
Basically, your current pace gets you to there. If you want to continue running down the path, you can, or you've just caught up with everyone else as you get to there, Goodfella. Might create another encounter option that puts all the scarecrows on the map so people can actually do it moving along the map. In hindsight, I decided to copy how they did it in the Pathfinder version, but I'm beginning to think I should have done it the way it was probably written, not how.
I'm going to run on ahead. I know. I'm going to run on ahead.
Go for it. Make the run roll. Hit that little run button. See how far further you get. You get another 4 whole inches of movement. Just down the path. Like that.
Sounds good. What do I do? Can I do anything still?
If you want to.
I want to throw a blast of fire.
Hang on.
But not fire. It's just going to be magic. Because his magic is I haven't decided what it is yet.
Okay, so do you want to blast that scarecrow, or do you want to blast that scarecrow? That one hasn't moved. That one's running down the road.
Oh, I want to blast the runner.
Oh, you might. Go for it. Cast your blast. I miss the old days of combat trackers where you could choose whether you saw none of the stats or just didn't see their name. This ID, not ID, doesn't work as good as the way the rule set used to have it. But obviously, the ID, not ID, is the core rules version, and the other stuff was unique to Savage World. So I understand why it went. Unfortunately, you failed to cast Blast. Unless you want to spend one of your 7 bennies. Of course you do, I know it's you.
Well, talked out of breath. You can't get the words out.
You can't get the words out properly now.
Oh dear!
Oh. Okay, so that I believe. We just.
Fatigue. Level of fatigue powers currently in play.
We don't have dynamic, do we? Backlash.
Nope.
Nope. So it's just a straightforward point of fatigue. I do think dynamic back. I know it's Pathfinder. I do think dynamic backlash would be rather interesting. Okay, new round with Bert to go first.
Okay, well, I saw Goodfellow run up there and try to do some mumbo jumbo. So I will step up next to Goodfellow and I will shoot this other scarecrow under the tree with a non-fire arrow.
Dokie. We'll target him for you, cause yep, go for it. Ooh.
That's 2 crit fails in a row.
That's 2 crit fails in a row. I'm going to say basically, you draw back your arrow, and then you hear that sickeningly sort of twanging, snapping sound as your string snaps on your bow.
Smoke got in my eyes. Yeah,
indeed.
Smoke
Yep.
got in my eyes.
Schnookums.
You have to restring that bow.
Schnookums is going to stealth up through the growth here to about there.
A stealth roll.
Nice ominous voice there.
5 will work.
5 will work. I'm going to do a notice check for the scarecrow now. No, so he won't basically get the drop, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Oh well.
I'm not saying the scarecrow will actually necessarily, you know what I mean, attack Schnookums. It's just he won't get the drop on it.
Rannick attempts to fight the fire.
That reminds me, actually. Yeah, sorry. Thank you for reminding me. I started the round. Actually, no. It's on a 6, isn't it? It expands. So ignore that second flame I just added. There we go.
Rannick attempts to fight the fire.
Rannick attempts to fight the fire. Savage rules. I don't think they actually have rules for fighting fires. Do they have the rules for actually getting fire?
I mean,
Fire damage.
If it's
Smoke
small enough,
inhalation.
you'll roll over it to smother it.
I will say you don't have any magical means to create a volume of water. Therefore, you will probably, I think athletics check seems reasonable, doesn't it? You're trying to beat the flames out.
What did you do to the dice?
I thought you said you were going to slap the fire out, not fan the flames.
I think that's got to be the upstart of a critical failure, hasn't it? Also, I'm going to say because you critically failed, you are going to have to worry about smoke inhalation.
Vigor check?
Which I do believe is a vigor roll. You're okay. Okay, so you're absolutely fine from smoke inhalation. However, all you have done, as Donjad pointed out, is you've managed to fan the flames. That Scarecrow is going on hold. Donjad.
Sure, everywhere.
Donjad's running. That's the fastest I've ever seen Donjad move.
Been 9.
Yeah.
Why is he moving
Donjad, the
Goodfella?
Wonder Dwarf.
It's a natural sprinter.
Only over short distances. God, my accent sucks.
Still better than mine.
I wonder which one of these. Are these all these Scarecrows monsters?
Well, that one's definitely running down the road. These two appear to be moving. Yes. Roll for it now. That one seems relatively inert. This one's making groaning and moaning sounds. This one is also making groaning and moaning sounds at the moment.
It's a support role. So Jelsa, that's the order they're moving in. You can only shoot in one direction. Bit-wise.
Okay. Likewise, this Scarecrow over here is just going to keep groaning and moaning.
How many Styles ever do to Dondrad?
I'm afraid you're in the wrong group for that joke.
This one comes charging up towards Rannick and jumps through the flames at Rannick. Missing.
At least he can catch himself on fire then.
Jelsa.
Yeah, Jelsa doesn't see that because the crops are kind of over, but she heard, so she's going to go skipping along up ahead to see if she can get. Wow, she can move pretty fast.
On the one, yeah. On the run, though, yeah.
And, oh, I see one here. This is the one that's running. I don't need to do the template because obviously I've got him targeted.
Yeah.
And he's in my range.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? I think he's 8 inches for a first template.
The cone template's 9 inches.
Yeah. With one out. You hit! You do keep targeting yourself.
I don't know.
Okay, you shake the Scarecrow. Unless you want to reroll damage.
No, that's fine. Oh, wait, maybe I will because I got lots of pennies and we're getting late.
Go for it. Reroll that damage.
Yeah.
If it wasn't shaken, you'd shake it. So,
Does it catch on fire?
Sorry?
Does it catch on fire with the sparkly fireworks?
Not in any noticeable way, like you'd expect a normal Scarecrow to do so, no. If it was made of straw. It, however, has unshaken and will basically bounce. Jelsa. Definitely seems to be the let's try and kill Jelsa night.
Yeah, and you seem to be really good at it.
Having that.
But hey, as long as you survive Jelsa, at least it's vulnerable, so you get bonus damage against it next round.
Oh, I just rolled the damage again, not the... Hang on. Why didn't that do the raise?
Not the damage.
Yeah, that's okay. Is this that whole interesting situation? Oh. I think it's that whole interest. All right, I'm just going to roll the damage again. I just want to make sure what's going on there. No, it was just I hadn't done the targeting. So I'm quite happy with that because the 5 and 2 is the original 7 plus this 5 makes it a 14. So I haven't diddled you there. If anything, you know what I mean. It was I rolled an 8 and I rolled a 7, so I'm happy. I don't have to feature anything. So you wish to soak the wound I have just inflicted upon you, or just want to use another one of Arena's charges on the one later? You dodge to the side as the scarecrow jumps like that illustration towards you. Good fella.
All right, DM, what can I do? Fatigued. What does that do?
What can you do to what? Sorry.
The fatigue. Does that just? How do I get rid of fatigue?
Someone can. You just have to rest. 8 hours rest. Or
That's not going to happen.
Or cast the relief spell on yourself, which I don't think you've got.
Which doesn't get rid of the fatigue; it just removes the
Numbs
penalty.
it. Yeah.
I will go forward 1, 2, 3 to where Jelsa is.
Yeah.
No, is that Arena?
That is Jelsa.
And attack the
Ghoul. Go for it. Scarecrow. Sorry, definitely not ghouls. They're scarecrows. Definitely not ghouls. They're definitely scarecrows.
Yeah.
That's your story, and you're sticking with it.
Indeed. You hit the scarecrow, in brackets, ghoul. You hit the scarecrow, in brackets, ghoul. Roll for damage. Okay, your first attack, I think, is going to kill the scarecrow. Has he ever done anything less than 4 wounds today?
Don't think so.
I don't think he has done anything less than 4 wounds on an attack today. The scarecrow dies. Hang on. 1, 2, 3. Actually, what I'm going to say is obviously slight bit of retconning here. If you want, basically, because of your enhanced pace, you can step up to that first scarecrow, kill that, and then you can walk up to this scarecrow over here and hit it if you want to.
I would love to do that.
Roll the damage for the second scarecrow. Because I just took your hit for the first one. Yep, you destroy the scarecrow. It collapses to the floor in a jumble of twigs and straw and everything else. You killed a moving scarecrow and you killed a normal scarecrow. Quite why 2 scarecrows are under the trees and you don't know. Maybe because it might have disturbed you, or maybe because I wasn't thinking sensibly when I placed them earlier. Who knows? Arena.
Well, I just clicked clear targets. Why didn't that do anything?
I can clear them. There you go. Clear targets.
Okay. I can't see numbers. Okay, I best run then. See if I can get any further.
Your pace is 8, don't forget.
Where's my... Oh, yeah,
because you cast hurry on yourself.
Duh. Making it 10.
Yep, so you can actually reach that scarecrow if you want to.
Oops.
Oh, wait, it's okay. I mean, it's not going to make any difference. If I move you back the slight inch, it's still within your range, so go for it.
Wait, okay, fine. Then I will hit it with a katana.
You hit it, right? It is targeted. Hit it with a katana.
I miss it with a... No, I think I'll Benny that, actually.
Okay. Yep.
I've got a Benny.
13 minutes, 6 bennies. Yep. You miss again.
Oh, come on. One more.
One more for luck. There comes the 6. You hit. Roll for damage. Nice. 2 wounds. You incapacitate the ghoul that's trying to eat Rannick.
Hey.
Sorry, scarecrow. Scarecrow. Definitely a scarecrow.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And that's
Amber.
stuff in it. Will come scampering down the path. See about that.
I say, probably got a pace of quite high now, actually. Lots. Pace of 8. Come scampering down to there. Okay, a new round will begin. So first things first, I need to roll a d6. Nope, the fire isn't spreading. It looks like we're on to a third round of combat. Let's deal those cards. And Arena, you get to go first after going last. So this is like you get 2 goes in a row.
Do something about putting out this fire.
Okay.
I'd like to actually think myself. I feel like that wasn't my idea anyway. He keeps whispering at me. Using the crops that are already smouldering to pull themselves into the flames, and the ones that are not pull themselves away to create a fire break.
I like it. I like it. You are able to put out one of the fires. Looking at your power list, I like that. Having the courtesy to use Entangle that way I like it a lot. The only one I thought of was conjure item, bucket of water.
I've forgotten I could do that. I've not had it very long.
Amber.
Is going to start running this way, going, yep, there's one this way. Yep.
Okay. It's got one more inch of movement if you want to let Amber move on the next ridge.
There you go.
There we go. Wonderful stuff.
You seem to
Bert.
the bad guy there.
Thanks, Tab.
Okay,
Bert.
well, Bert doesn't see that other one down there that Amber's yipping at, and Amber is kind of a talker anyhow, so Bert is going to fire an ice arrow at the scarecrow under the tree that he fired the fire arrow at before.
Oh, I see. To put the fire out. Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
Wrong fire. It was that one.
Yep. And then Bert will walk forward and see, yep, Amber's over there barking. Amber likes to bark. And then for Snookums, well, this one Snookums was sneaking up on is now not there. So
it's quite annoying,
Snookums
isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, so Snookums is just going to come out here next to Bert and ask for a scritch.
Okie doke. Raddick.
Raddick is going to take the corpse of the scarecrow that Arena put down and use it to put out the fire.
Okay. That would be that one there, won't it? So
there was one bit of fire left.
Yeah. Can I have vigor checks? Because you're surrounded by smoke. Yeah, you're fine. You can move now if you want to as well. Obviously, as a free action.
Yeah, once the fire's out, Raddick will get out of the smoke.
You're on the edge from where you were, Reader, so you're okay. I was having the smoke blow the other way. Raddick was in the middle of it, so. Okie dokie. Oh, look at that. Some role playing of the copying as well. I think that's Dondrad next.
Oh,
End your turn, Raddick.
that smoke, stinks awful. They're growing hemp again.
Yeah. Hey, let me back in it. Let me back in it.
Contact will move. Good fella, looking a bit wheezy. So
He is.
So you need to numb him down.
So you're using the ignore fatigue power, yeah, I assume. Yeah, nicely
Well,
done.
Joseph sees Amber going running up, and she worries about her getting too far ahead. So she's going to go running after Amber to keep her from getting hurt. And when she gets here, can she see this other one?
Yep, Yeah, it's just it's
Yeah, she knew it.
certainly can.
I'm saying in Fox. Well, finally, at least somebody understands me.
It's because you're wearing the collar I made you.
That'll be it.
Oh, that's a hit. Okay, the final scarecrow cries out in shock and pain and horror as he is hit full on by the fireworks. Oh dear.
Starting another fire, huh?
I'm afraid so. The corpse collapses to the ground. Well, the corpse is bleeding out, but collapses to the ground, looking very smouldery. The clothes being burnt off by the fireworks reveals what appears to be a quite rather badly singed human.
Oops.
Good fella.
I guess I'll run down after that one down here.
Okay.
I wouldn't worry, Rannick. It's a long time since that had any humanity.
Did you say it's made out of a manatee?
Oh, I said humanity.
Okay, Dodger, good fella, you get down there. What you see appears to be the remains, a burning body that seems to have lost consciousness from the heat, strapped to a cross, like to hold it up like a scarecrow.
Oh,
the smell of burning flesh is quite sickening, but is not the smell of burning, rotting flesh.
Oh, oops.
I will put the fire out.
Okay, make an athletics check, please.
I take it that was friendly fire.
I'm going to have to give Goodfellow one for the vanity, and I'll have to give you one for that. Yep, you successfully, basically get down there and beat out the flames. That's the end of that round, so I'll move on to the next round. Oops, I need to take the scarecrow off hold, and I do need to deal him in, because that decides when he gets to make his bleed out roll, in case anyone wants to do anything about it. Goodfellow, you're up again. You put the fire out.
Last action.
All right, so I guess I'll check on the guy.
He's barely alive. You could try an unskilled healing roll to try and stabilize him. He's very badly burnt. You don't have healing, but you can try an unskilled healing roll if you want to.
I guess I'll do that.
Go for it.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Okay. No, I'm not going to say. Basically, I'm not. You can't make him any worse anymore. It's not like the old days where actually critical failures on healing wounds, inflicted wounds. So you're okay there. You just basically trip over him, knock the pole over, and crash. You and the body crash to the ground in a pile. But other than that, there's no real major problem. Rannick.
Rannick turns around, little stoops down, says, "Sorry, Stonty," puts Dondrad in a fireman's lift, and carries him over to the injured guy.
What are you doing? I could kill him from here.
Yeah, but Rannick doesn't really know that.
You got a lovely view of Rannick's arse bouncing along there.
Look at that, see?
Toss me in front of the elf.
Well, I don't know. Maybe the elf's into that.
Hey, Jelsa.
Nicely ignored.
For whatever reason, they seem to all be trying to fix what she damaged, and she's kind of disgusted with them. So she's going to sit down here and go through her pouch and see if she's got a snake or something.
No problem at all. Arena.
I can make it an extra. Oh. Okay. How bad is the injury here? And what do I know about Dundrad's abilities?
Well, basically, it's a natural healing roll or healing power will stabilize the individual and stop them dying.
Would major healing cure all of the nasty burn damage?
Yes.
Feeling guilty that we caused this to an innocent person, I will feed them.
Dressed like a scarecrow makes him innocent.
They were beat. Okay. They were imprisoned. They were tied to the pole. Yeah. Feed them the potion.
Okay, you feed the potion. So I'm just checking something.
There.
Not that you're doing. I'm checking something else. Yeah, that's what I figured. It is part of the healing power. That's okay. So you basically stabilize them. They're no longer incapacitated. They're no longer. They are no longer
Hideously burnt.
Hideously burned, shaken, I should say as well. I must have a token.
So you're going to change that from red to like. Ah, there we go.
I've got. Where did I get that? Oh, some tokens I converted years ago for someone. I've got gnome farmer tokens. Oh, I'm gonna make. He's not a gnome farmer. But I'm just gonna make him one for a second. And there's a female gnome farmer.
She looks grumpy.
Anyway, I shall put him on with a farmer token. That's another one I did. That's the Men of Windhaven token set. Anyway, he basically thanks you, and as he's lying on the ground, he identifies himself as Horan Guffman. Apparently, he was dragged off from his farm with his wife Letty last night and left bound and gagged and masked as a scarecrow.
How about anything else from your farm?
Where's your wife then? Did they put her in the field? Look around for more scarecrows that we missed.
You haven't seen any here. Can I have? Obviously, for all I'm not worrying about turds anymore because obviously the whole point was whether you cured him before he bled out, as it were. So I also unlocked tokens so you can move freely. Can I have a healing check from Dondrad, please?
I'm going to go over here and explain to Jelsa what happened.
Dondrad, he does appear to have a couple of bite marks upon his body.
I will cast healing again. But I will cast it as Cure Disease.
Correct. You cure the ghoul fever that he is infected with, but hadn't succumbed to yet. He warns you that ghouls dwell in the dwelling in the barn. I think he's. I know he's Guffman. I think he may have come from the Hamley farm. Actually, he warns you that there are ghouls dwelling in the barn before begging to be returned to their families. So actually maybe he's from another farm after all, but he obviously knows about the ghouls in the Hambley farm barn. And he wants to be returned to his family, I assume.
Okay.
What about the wife? Do you know where she is?
Not since we were taken. You must help. You must find her, please.
We'll find her if we can. She can be found.
What's her name?
Letty.
Letty. Okay.
To be honest, I can't remember where she is. I will have a look. Oh yeah, there, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I have to admit, in hindsight.
So why carry him across the field? I could have healed him from where he was. Mind you, I might have noticed the teeth marks. Fair enough, I suppose.
So I'm going to drag all friendlies back to that map there.
You did.
Okay, we need to check every scarecrow.
Aye, and they're in barn, but she's down this way, says Ranit, because he knows the area pointing down that path.
Okay.
So what I really okay, so that is all of those there. So what I'm actually going to do is I am actually going to ignore what I had planned for this section and change it. Encounters. Good luck with tokens before anyone moves too fast.
While you weren't looking.
Yeah. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to go to the Hanley Farm West. I need to do that. No, that's not the thing to do. What I need to do is that. And then do that. That. And that. And then just put them on hold. I'm just literally putting them on this map, which in hindsight, now having played it, I think may be the better way to actually do this map, rather than what I did was I sort of took a leaf at how the they did it for the D20 Pathfinder version, and I'm not sure it was the right way to go in hindsight. I'm going to try this way instead and see if I prefer this way. And if I prefer this way, this is what I shall do. Update the map accordingly. So I need to put that one there. That one there. That one there. Sorry about this, guys. And what's this one? That's another. What is that? Makes sense. Let's just put that one there for now. And then over here, turn these off. Again, there's too many. Oh no, there isn't. And then add those in. A lot of them, but anyway. It's the only downside for doing it this way. I end up with lots of NPCs on the map that you may or may not see. At least this way, they're on the map and I can. I think. And that's what I was missing. That group. I think. Aha. Okay. What's this one? Okay, there we go. That'll do. So I can zoom in a bit. I'm going to accept all these moves. In fact, actually, what I might do is selection mode. Preview that. Oh, that didn't work. Why didn't that work?
Because the token's a lot.
Fuck's sake. How do I get out of selection mode?
The other button.
I think I have to unselect. Yeah. Okay, let's get rid of the Scarecrow Farmer. There we go. That brings us up.
Oh,
There we go. Oh,
That's what-
and
check.
there we go. From here, that's what you can looking at. Yeah. Oh no, you can't see that one. Not. Oh yes, you can. Yeah, you can. There you are. You wouldn't be able to, but I don't care. Well, yeah, you go. You can see them or you can't see them due to lot. Actually, I'm just going to. I'll be able to activate them all because you can see them or not see them due to line of sight, can't you? That's the nice thing about it if I actually put them on this map. Yeah, I am going to. There we go.
We need to find out which one she is. She is one.
You can hear from different from the south and the east. You hear wails and cries, as it were. You're not sure whether they're cries of the ghouls or the cries of Letty. But that is, I think, a good place to leave it, having seen the time. So as you stride across the fields, looking around, you can see scarecrows everywhere.
You know what? I'm going to cast healing on Chelsea, just in the off chance, because she's got lycanthrope. I'm still worried about her.
Yeah, so I did check that earlier. Let's check it again. I can't remember what the exact.
No, we're going to cast. In fact, we're going to cast cure disease on the whole party. In case something went wrong.
I was thinking
in all the confusion with people wrestling and trying to put silver coins on, I don't know who's got contaminated.
And since I had that with Amico, I've had this strange itch.
Well, you won't anymore if you just cast channel energy with healing with cure disease. But that is where we shall leave it as you wander through the fields. I think I might update the map. I'm not sure which is the best way to do this one, you know. Whether I can see why they did it the way they did it in the Pathfinder, where they sort of set up set encounters and you can hit them. But I actually think with the lines of sight and everything else, I might actually go back and tweak this and just put them all on this map so you can just walk across it and run into them, can't you? I think that's how I would probably. I think that's what I might do. I might modify the module and do it this way instead. What I don't like is the fact that so you can't tell what the difference is. I can't tell what they are either. It's really annoying. I do miss the old way you could obscurificate what an NPC was, and it was it was superior to what you have now. But the reason it was taken out was because the way it's done now is how the core rules did it, and obviously the other way was unique to Savage Worlds and broke more things than it fixed, unfortunately. But not being able to, personally, I don't see why the GM can't see what the NPCs are if they're unidentified. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't see why the GM should be able to still see what the NPCs are. They should say unidentified NPC on the GM's combat tracker, in my opinion.
I think if they're unidentified, but you hover over the token, doesn't it still tell you the token name?
No, if they're unidentified, if you hover over them, there's no token name at all.
Oh, you're right. There isn't, is there?
I personally think it's stupid that as a GM I can't tell what an NPC is without opening each one up individually by clicking on their shortcut. But as I say, that's a core rules thing. That's nothing to do with the Savage Worlds rule set. But anyway, that's by the by. We shall leave it there. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. I don't think anyone needs to spend pennies today to reset. I shall anyway. In the meantime, I'll sell that composite bow for money. Oh, it's unable to determine cost. There we go. Must have been someone's equipment. Yeah, so at that point, I'll reset the bennies, and we shall see everyone next week, I believe. I don't think there's anything before next Tuesday, so thank you very much.
Yeah, some of us before next Tuesday.
I'm sending
yeah,
an invite.
Actually, yes, sorry, got a game on Saturday, haven't I? Yes. Yeah.
What are you playing?
The characters have been put up. It's sci-fi horror. So
Wear
basically,
bow ties are cool.
so actually, it was meant to be neckties, but I changed it to get bow ties by mistake, so it's staying as bow ties now. That's a good point, actually. I'd forgotten about that. Somebody asking about the magic item creator. Yes, the update's been released to the rule set, I believe, so I think it works now. Have you tried it since?
I haven't actually, not since the rules were last updated.
Could you give me if you could test it, everything now works with the rule updates. We'll get it. I'll get it posted on the forums because I haven't released it yet because it needed the updated rule set. I also believe that book 3 went on sale today of Rise of the Runelords.
I'd have to go.
In a sec, I will just. I've got to update. I'll do the update and then I'll open it up.
Yeah, let's say it's not urgent. I'll then we'll get it out there because then people can tweak it and we'll work it. We'll get it working properly because I'm sure that other people can probably tweak it more. So yeah, Saturday's generic sci-fi roleplay characters are on the Discord forum and also on the website.
I'm sending you an invite, Daswalk.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm going to go and have a look at this.
Oh wait, it
Zombie
didn't do
side
it.
Ghostbusters. Side Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
That's really tempting. Anyway, we'll leave it there. Thank you, Lone Jedi, for that tip there. Yeah, the magic item creator. It just needed a new version of the set.